rumor mill aside, okay, cast your conspiracies away because it's time for some Counter-Strike. We're going to be getting into this one. Anubis to start us off. Complexity taking on the Mongols. That's right, we have Mongolian Counter-Strike clashing with North American Counter-Strike. God, 2025 is a lot of fun. Let's see what Nyx can get going on that Canals test. And oh, Mazinho, he was positioned in a dream position to deal with an A main aggress. And a lot of CT aggression across the map. It costs 6C his life. Techno brings him down and seizes and scoops up all of that mid control.
All right, we can take a pause for the moment. No rush about this. I know that they've been prodded towards A main. There's been the fights towards Dart. Nyx knowing he needs to try and draw a kill back. If he doesn't find that, he gets info, and more info plays on the way.
Grim's so low, though, it's going to be very hard to get output from his dual Berettas. He still manages, but Halzuk was. And an easy find for Techno. One bullet would do it. How is Grim still alive? His movement is hard to track. He does a lot of damage, but Techno gets his 3, and they'll get this round. Bomb goes down in the 1v4. What's Nyx's objective here? I mean, I guess shoot heads.
Die.
Yeah, die is nice, too. Be nice if you took a couple of extra Mongols down. Look at the damage your teammates had done. Grim very close to finding a second on his dual Berettas despite that low HP, but Nyx has got nothing
Still undetected.
Here. Yes. Yep, silver linings and all that. Not dead onto the first bullet. Does get a chance to snap into Mazinho for a little extra damage.
Okay.
The economical variety.
Well, that's a nice little start to things for the Mongols. Complexity of old. This is the one with Elige and Floppy. Where's Floppy now? That's what I've been asking myself day in, day out. Where is Floppy? They were not too shabby on Anubis, so you can understand why that's still towards the tippy top of their map pool, along with Train. It is going to be the Force Buy, so wanting to tussle for the economic control early. Going to start this time 3 towards B. Early harass nade lands, just going to lick up Nyx. For going middle.
Con smoke late. They were throwing out that stairs nade that does do some chip damage to Mazinho. Smoke will obfuscate the scout.
Oh, you want to keep moving if you're Halzuk for sure. Give yourself an opportunity to find another tag. Well, 60 drops out of smoke. That'll slow proceedings for now, but still plenty of time on the clock.
Interesting late camera nade, just trying to catch someone in transition back towards mid from A, or vice versa.
It's going to be how long can they block them? Well, they have 1 smoke left on Nyx, and then otherwise it's going to come down to a stack.
Booty. Thank you.
He needs to get this molly out.
Mid control util from Blitz. Window smoke, doors molly. Who's going to be taking that space in that time frame? Are they even going to bother? Yeah, looks like they're starting to walk contact mid now. It's such a gamble from Cole. I suppose that they're essentially hoping that Nyx, if Nyx does anything con A, maybe you talk about a retake, but realistically, it's a gamble B. And there you go.
Round over. Okay, well, should just be the save. They can waltz on in. We can see that the side is open. They don't know that, so still going to be diligent about things are the Mongols. Blitz leading the charge with the MAC-10. But at least this gives you a competitive third round of play. So for Complexity, if they're able to take down a Galil or an AK, carry that through to the next, that'll be a nice little bonus. Mainly would not like to give away too many of these upgrades. So a steady start for the Mongols. And we can go a bit more big picture right now. Take a look at where we find ourselves. Group A to kick things off. Running simultaneously with this one, we will have FaZe versus Pain. Unfortunately for Pain, they do have Rick standing in for Big U0, which is very unfortunate.
I mean, you lost your captain, your veteran, your everything. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Not only does he call the shots, he makes massive plays, and he can be a very talismanic player for the team if he's on, right? He can win maps with the maneuvers
Plus,
that he makes.
Plus, you're integrating a new player. Like, yeah. I mean, it's just, they've been shoveled a sandwich. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, it depends on the sandwich if you need a shovel for it.
I don't know. It might be a big sandwich.
Could you make... You could make a sandwich with a shovel.
To be honest,
you could butter the bread with the shovel.
Melbourne is so hip. They probably serve sandwiches on shovels.
You could cut a sandwich with a shovel.
You could,
but
a sharp shovel.
You couldn't cut a shovel with a sandwich.
Depends if the sandwich was... Wait, the shovel was made of sandwiches?
Wow, okay, now we're cooking.
Okay.
We've also got Mouse versus Big. That's the second game on the mainstream, and then 3D Max versus Gamer Legion. That rounds out your Group A. One of the key little focal points that we need to keep in mind for everybody playing at home is in the opening stage of Group A and B, you definitely do not want to lose the match. If you drop down to the lower bracket, only one team will be able to make it through from the lower bracket of each group, whereas 2 teams make it through the upper. So you win this one, and then essentially you're playing for a spot in the arena. Whether that's semis or quarters, that's a question for a later date. Tuesday, Well, no, that'd be Wednesday. Tuesday's the match to get into the arena.
Who you got for 3D Max Gamer Legion?
There's a little bit of a phenomenon that's going to be going on in Melbourne. You have 3 teams, Big, Gamer Legion, and Saw. They are the only 3 teams at this event, someone will correct me if I'm wrong, that didn't qualify for the Austin Major. So they have a little bit more lightness about them at the moment. You've kind of been liberated by failure, and you're almost kicking yourself a little bit. So I think looking at the big game, I feel like they could even take a map off of Mouse because of that factor. And then Gamer Legion 3D Max, I think 3D Max's aggression can work against teams of similar ranking to them, which I would say Gamer Legion are. But when they get up against the mega elites, that's when it struggles. So if it's heads up CS and PR's not jet lag, because I really like what that kit offers in the server, Rez has been looking good too, I'd go with Gamer Legion.
You would? Okay.
I think Gamer Legion are probably more complete as far as on meta Counter-Strike goes. That's not to mean that I don't like what 3D Max do, because I do, but you asked me who I thought would win.
That's fair, and I appreciate your answer. Yeah, well, I also suffer from play-by-play caster bias.
Okay.
Where aggressive CT sides are very entertaining for a play-by-play caster, which is why 3D Max are certainly a team I'm excited to see.
And they're French.
Work. And they're French, of course.
You got a soft spot for the French?
I do like the Frenchies. And as a Brit, that's almost blasphemy.
Yeah, but don't worry. They're all asleep right now.
That's true. What time is it there? I don't know.
In the UK?
Yeah.
I think we have an 8-hour time difference from Europe, so that would be
so call it
9-hour time difference. So it's 3:25 a.m. right now in Central Europe.
Okay.
Which would mean it's 2:25
morning,
in the
everybody.
UK. I did put out a PSA tweet for everybody about 10 hours ago saying if you go to bed now, you can be on the sleeping schedule for IEM Melbourne.
That's smart. I don't want to say that I'm actually king.
Don't say it.
No.
If you don't say it.
All right.
I will say that I believe it takes 2.5 to 3 days to beat jet lag coming from Europe to Australia.
I'm on day 2.
Okay, so you've had you landed late, and then you had dinner, and then you slept.
Yes.
You had a full day of activities yesterday. You didn't nap.
No nap.
You slept, and you didn't check your phone when you woke up.
Nope. Woke up at 7:30, no alarm.
And then tonight will be the true test.
Yeah, I will.
Don't get cocky.
I can feel the cockiness growing. I've been trying not to count my chickens, but I can't stop. I'm counting the cocks.
Well, Senzu's arm is apparently 100% now. He did break it. Now he's showing that it's not broken at all. He's actually doing the Beyblade strategy. If you build up enough inertia, you can carry that through the rest of the game.
Did you know that there is a build in Beyblades, competitive Beyblading?
Like IRL?
That's illegal. It's illegal because it's too powerful.
How can you have a too powerful?
So
Wouldn't everybody run it?
Well, that's why it's banned.
So it's a perpetual Beyblade.
Well, no, there was a particular design from a particular year in the Beyblading universe.
Oh, I see.
Where the base, like the weighty plate, was designed in such a way that it just as soon as it makes contact, it decelerates your opponent, and you don't take any deceleration. So you're just always going to outspin, and it's very boring. They just kind of sit there and you wait 5 minutes for yours to keep spinning and theirs not.
So it's kind of like having a Zywoo.
Yeah. Well, you're calling Zywoo boring.
No, I'm calling him all-powerful.
Oh, yes, sorry, yes, all-powerful. That's what I was going for. We went to an AFL... Oh, have I spoiled that?
No, that's... Oh, you can say that. You put a thing on your Instagram.
I did, yeah. We went to an AFL game. For those of you that don't know, that's Australian football. You know how the Americans made up their own football and called it football? The Australians have done that too. And it was a lot of fun. It's so very obviously a bunch of Australian guys who've sat in a park at one point and said, all right, so if I bounce it, right, and if I kick it just far enough, you can catch it, and then you can't touch me, mate. You can't touch me. And I can see how it all came together of just a bunch of blokes in a park kicking a ball and saying, no, but new rule, okay? If I hit the post, so it's not as cool as when I didn't hit the post, so it's only one. I can hear it all. I can hear the whole
You'd
combo.
think it's harder to hit the post, wouldn't you?
No, because what happened is he did a long range one. Yeah. Aimed for 6, hit the post. He goes, mate, that's not as cool as the one I did. I didn't touch the post. That's 6 for me. It's 1 for you.
The accent's getting better.
It is getting better. I'm marinating.
Normally it starts going South Africa.
South Africa.
And with JT in the server, I'm sure he could clarify, but that was pretty good.
And that is very good. The time is moving again. Counter-Strike might continue, guys.
It's funny how we can stop time in the Counter-Stricken, but...
Counter-Stricken, that sounds cool.
Messioso with a word to maybe one of his minions. I'm not sure. Keep your eyes on Graham Pitt.
He's lived many lives.
He knows the ins and outs of the league operations, now tournament management. All right, back underway. If you missed it, pissed around TheMongolz. Clean and easy. Forced by win, just had to take down Nyx as they gamble stacked over towards B, and they get the double dip, same setup, or at least similar. A main control could hustle in very quickly with an A execute. Won't be cancelled. Deep nade from Sixy, right down the back boot of Mazinho.
Okay, this is actually shaping up nicely. Really nicely for Cole. Okay. Okay, indeed. Nice from the combination of the pistols. He's overcooked it there. Saved by a nice shot. Desert Eagle brings its level, 3 versus 3, and there's more bodies on the site. JT now found out, playing a dangerous game around the flame. Does manage to relocate, swings back in. Missed shot confirmed by the MAC-10. It's the Halzerg scout. Delivering one, making it interesting. Still a threatening round for the Mongols if they can just bring down JT on those stairs. Grim, however, with a flank combination with JT. Col on the board. That second bite of the cherry, and it is sweet.
So they went to play roulette. You know, first time around the spin landed on black. The next time they went, oh, well, we'll put it on red this time, and it landed. So, yeah, a B gamble stack into an A stack and some nice shooting. I'm curious as well to see if we do get the pesky AUG being invested upon a lot by these cold individuals. That was something for players at home to note when they saw Complexity, I think, top 4 over there in, well, actually third place. They went the decider. No, they came 4th.
Grim was very fast on that flank. Did he just go to pivot mid immediately and drop? I don't know how he ended up so quick.
Well, they stalled them in, right? Yeah. So he was they were so focused fire forward that he was able to get that flank in.
He's re-aiming this boost. Nice try.
Still money for this Mongols buy back. So the AUG that I discussed is out in play immediately.
Oh, there you go.
I think on train when you see them use, you're like, yeah, okay, there's a lot you could do with that. But also if you're anchoring down B and they're going to go for contact fight, something that the Mongols like a lot of.
When you're playing angles like that.
Oh,
hello.
Okay. Well, Halzerg and Grim are the two players who can completely control matches for Cole. Jason Lake's coming down under.
Is he?
Yeah, he was on the Twitter sphere about it. Wanted to know where all the good parties were at and what type of shoe that he needs to use.
Well, we don't wear shoes in Australia. Got to know the rules here. Dogs out.
2-man advantage now. Still looking for this B split.
Kept at bay. 45 and counting. Temple smoke. Flank does connect. It's good work back from 910. He relieves that pressure. That will force Grim out. He has to move. And he commits to a fight in the flames, losing a lot of health. Finished off by 910. They do need to get into this bomb site. Good work from JT's Galil. It comes down to a 1v1. Nyx is close. Bomb, the pressure on 910. He has to scoop it up, and as he transitions backwards, Nyx just brings the fight to him. Solid work for Cole for a second consecutive.
Yeah, confident counter-strike there. They break the money. Now they should be able to take the lead. It needs to be the eco coming out of the Mongols, even though that did come down to a one-on-one. It is going to be interesting to see what's with the seeding change, because Techno's not... There we go. Now he's talking. I was going to say he didn't look like he was talking. It's going to be hard to diagnose, isn't it?
No, I'm not ready to accept it.
You don't want to talk about the grandmaster. Is he a grandmaster?
He's a master.
He's some type of a master.
He's a master of some description.
The chess man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's that eco. This one would be. Tough loss for the Mongols early. Now is just map number 1. We do have Ancient, their map pick, coming up next, and Inferno is third and decider. So this one does feel like it has legs to it. One of the more competitive opening round matches throughout Groups A and B. And yeah, this is really nice to see. Understandable trade back, but if you're seeing confident swings out of Cole, right, one of the factors from them getting to grind online and winning so many maps in a row, and I discussed at the start of the year, Sixy and Nyx got thrown into, hey, play against the absolute best Counter-Strike players in the world and do good, right? Because you lost a Liege, you're trying to plug a massive gap. Well, it took them a while to acclimatize and understand, you know, what playing in top-level CS is like, and they've been able to do so in Bucharest. If they can carry that form across here, then very positive.
Well, as someone that believes in magic, Chad,
okay,
vibes.
Yep, magic and vibes.
I believe that you can make up for the gap a Liege left by compensating with just better vibes.
Okay.
And right now, I think the vibes are at an all-time high. Yeah, let's have a look. CT's bringing the fight. Grim and Halzerg combination. And Mongols, all three committed to B main. They might accelerate. They're going to be feeling that noose tighten around their neck. The potential for CTs to have hoovered up space, potentially flanking all these gaps they no longer cover. And you can see that that's already being tended to. Techno dispatched towards middle as they freeze. Hoping to catch an overextending CT. 9-10 and Blitz. I like this kind of firing range setup. One high, one low.
This is a perfect round, though. You could see Nyx there lining up the aggressive T-Stairs smoke from spawn. They go for a full aggressive maneuver. Everybody makes their kills. Now they drop back into something where they can play off of one another. So Techno is trying to buy them a little bit of room, give them something to work with. The fact he's through mid to doors, he's called Blitz and 9-10 back to join him. Now, if Techno smokes this off, he can get through an isolator 1v1 against JT on A, and his teammates aren't too far behind.
Yeah, there's legs to this. It's a nice pivot. It's exploitable, and as soon as that smoke lands, I want to know what JT's reaction is. Do you just play retake? Do you play for one?
They may as well smoke. I don't know why they wouldn't use it.
He's actually going to peek him. This is what Nyx has been waiting for. Oh, Blitz wins it out. That's an early warning sign for JT. They're very low. Doesn't have that HE, but just going to try and catch a timing. Awkward. Very awkward. Fumbled by JT and Nyx. And now that 3v5 falling into enemy hands. Halzerk claws one back. One will be planted.
6 is quick on the flank.
Blitz 1 HP. Halzerk swings out, being baited by his teammate, but now Grim's position is noted as well. Nice reposition and a headshot from 9-10. 6C, he has to save them. The HE could and will find Blitz, so it makes it a 1v1. Smoke on the bomb, pressure applied. This is awkward for 9-10. He's done very well so far. He's just going to try and bait him out with the defuse. HE to break, swings on through, can't clean it up. 9-10, impact to save him, and a 3v5 fumbled by Cole.
I'll give you all the preview of what the death segment's going to be. Yanko's going to request that round. He's going to sit down and he's going to say the same problems that used to plague Complexity when Floppy and Leisure on their roster are still persistent. That was a 5v3 number advantage that happened within the first 10 seconds of the round, and then they end up fumbling it.
But who do I point the big finger at?
I think JT should have got a kill there. He did flub his lines, and then at that point it's a 3v3 retake of the A site, which is never easy.
Curious, could he have straight up just, if he didn't feel confident in the fight for whatever reason, could he have just like sat storage and just come in late heaven when his teammates were closer?
Yeah, he could have played retake. Yes, he would have had time to pivot, I believe, but that's a classic Complexity fumble right there.
Oopsie doopsie. Let's
see though if it sows more seeds of doubt, or if they can bounce back. Maybe those vibes.
Yeah, right. I'm counting on them. The vibes, that is. We're going to have an MP9 SMG Bonanza here. Mazinho's Mac 10.
Oh,
and
wow.
Mazinho's nade does 100 damage to two of them. 6C and Nyx just get heavily chipped.
Considering the way that was thrown, that couldn't have gone any better.
Oh, Halzerk's very low. An aggressive AWPing maneuver that does not connect. JT, a free frag. Great placement of the crosshair there for Senzu. Didn't have to adjust. Hang on. Grim gets a bit cheeky with it, staying nimble on the MP9. Does swing on out to 9-10. This is not a fight for you, but he's trying to catch that window. He's coming for you. Senzu's ready and does deliver. Looks good now for another round for Mongols. Damage, but sure, we're seeing a lot of damage, not much conversion of that damage, and Halzerk does finish off what 6 started, but the round is done.
Yeah, you're not saving that. I don't think they'll allow him to hold on to this. Once the bomb gets planted, I think Senzu, low HP, can just keep the AWP, but Techno's already hunting. Noisy with that as well, so Halzerk going to be tracked down by Techno, going to catch him 3, 2, 1, and that one is done. So Mongols into the lead 4-3. So they've made good on what happened earlier within the game, losing to the second round Force Spy, well, the double dip of the Force Spy. Now it's going to be what is likely an eco for Cole. They only have 2.5k at the high end. Kills just coming their way quite easily, isn't it? So Mazinho gets one and the stereo frag on the other side of the site. So side 2 gets some heat right now. The Mongols. Now T-sided map. They're the ones who are going to have to work a little bit harder for a bigger bag. So nade from JT and swing connector. Yep. There's ideas to it. Nice little spray there from Senzu. It's not just everybody go to a position and hope you get a kill. But JT, after the nade, they will know where he was. He's reposed extremely quickly. Finds himself over towards B, but this one is done.
Yeah, I'm currently in the market for like CT aggression ideas. You know?
Okay.
Because I've fallen into the trap where I realize that CT side where everyone's just like, I play B, I play mid, I play A, and you just sit there and you lose.
Yeah, okay. So it's going very well for you out there.
I much prefer it if it's like, you know, it doesn't matter what it is, someone presents an idea for early info. Like, oh, let's push B main, or I'm going to contact walk mid on the timing, or I'm going to be flashing out of A, whatever it is, or the AWP goes A and this goes, blah, blah, blah. An idea every round on the CT side just because of the way the map's designed. Are we swinging con? Are we double nading stairs? Are we doing just someone present something? Are we smoking stairs? Are we dropping out the window? Are we doing something Aggie? I'd like to see what those ideas are so I can fill in my shopping list of what a CT side can do, what those ideas can be from the various players.
A suggestion came through from the original map designer about how to change this, about removing rugs, I believe it was. That was a curious one. Well, they've conditioned with that aggressive smoke, but this time not going to push. Well, no, they are. Wow. They are. Just going to stand and bang. 9-10. Dropped down extremely low, but has the AWP, so not the end of the world. Very brittle. Can't sustain any damage to a nade. Techno outside B, Blitz middle, Senzu working up combos in you outside A. So this is the default setup, and after the initial jaunt, Complexity aren't up to anything aggressive themselves. 3 players around middle, however. Grim, Nix, and Sixty to try and deal with Blitz.
So that flash connected. Sixty's position noted. They'll flash in. Anti-flash, though, was Blitz. Gonna burrow into that smoke and catches Blitz on the clear. Really nice start for the CT side, and JT builds upon it, catches that B-lurk. 3v5, Chad, they can't let this one go.
Wow, this time 9-10 is already starting the round very low. And the gap previously was middle, so it's going to be tough. I said I liked what Complexity did before. They got the opening kills and then they peel back. You need to play for info. You can't be committed to these fights.
Needed that.
And JT does convert. The round should go with it. Maybe a save, right? We're still, I wouldn't say we're early on, but we're at that midpoint. And if you do lose another round in a row, then the finances can be a problem. Then you're having a look for this. He's going to creep in through connector.
See how his placement is versus Hauser. Nice work. So you can see how the CTs are constantly moving.
I think it's just CS2.
Isn't it?
Right? Whether it's the game itself or it is Counter-Strike now being like, okay, well, the pre-em of players is so good that you need to constantly be actively on angles to force out readjustments.
Yeah.
It's probably a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B, and then a column C to do with networking that I have no idea about. But yeah, that is the game these days. You can't sit still. Now, you were looking for options, Alex. I've got a bunch of them here at IEM Melbourne. Which one of these do you like the sound of the most? This is the 5th installment of IEM in Australia. Vitality here for the Grand Slam, which does mean the giant killer bonus is available if they make it to the Grand Final.
That would be cool. We've never had that.
Yeah, we've never had that. And the last 2 Grand Slams were won in Malta in smaller studio-style crowds, so it would be cool to do it here in Melbourne where it's sold out. We've got Mouse looking for their 4th straight final since their debut with Spinks.
How about this?
Yep.
Falcons make it to the Grand Final. Nico and Monacy crying tears of joy.
After not practicing at all.
Yeah, 0 practice.
Okay.
Vitality, they go up 2. Is it a best of 5 final?
It is a best of 5 final.
They go up 2-0 Vitality. Everyone's
you want a reverse sweep.
Reverse sweep. Monacy and Nico lifting the trophy, tears in their eyes.
Who are the other 3 players on Falcons again?
Oh, Tessus, Kixon, and another guy.
Magisk.
Yeah, that guy.
So, but really, yeah, they could maybe 2v5.
Yeah. But Nico and Monacy are on the team.
That's true. I had that here as well. It says Monacy
right?
reunited with Nico in the Falcons jersey.
I've called it now.
Well, Mara took a timeout. They had a conversation, and we're back underway. This is direct.
This is scary, JT. JT, dead, deleted. Grim only the 1 claw back. It's 9-10 with the double kill, and already the B site is theirs. Now, these are unfavorable retakes at the best of times. Whether or not you even give it a look, and I just don't feel like you should waste all your resources.
I think at this point, we're looking at only 1,900 loss bonus going into the next for Complexity.
Right, he's put the rod in the water.
Yeah, the rest of his team are already saving, so it's safe for Hauzerk from here, right? He can take a fight and he should be able to get out unless it's an absolute banger of a shot hit. So just looking to contain and maybe do a bit of financial damage. As mentioned, 1,900 is the loss going into the next, so Cole really need these guns. They can't go for this, they can't risk it, they can't give it away. Good map from 9-10, up to 12 kills. We got Rushley on the 1s to 0s. We got J-Raz giving you all the beautiful context cameras.
There's one.
Rush can't talk to us.
I know, it's a shame.
He'd have a lot to say.
I bet he would.
Road trip Andy over there.
Yeah, you 2 went on a whole adventure. Like Australian pie.
He had a pie or sausage roll every day bar 1 in a 10-day spree.
Bloody hell.
Isn't that something special?
Oh, his pokey elbow.
Nice shot, though. Beautiful double from 9-10.
I saw a video analyzing that the way because the Ts hold their gun at the hip and the CTs hold it in their shoulder, you actually see more of a CT's model's elbow than you do a T, which is why those damn defenders have got pointy elbows on corners. That's aggressive. That has gone horribly wrong. Alzerk goes for an aggressive AWP maneuver. Senzu removes him early, now operating at a disadvantage. Hamstrung Complexity. Their CT side starting to fall away. 6-6 was a conversation. JT trying to keep it present and possible. 3 versus 4 now. Clawing back. 3v5 could be rectifying their issues. Look at Techno's HP. Trying to stop the AWP from being retrieved, but it's cost him dearly 2 HP. That would have been nice.
Through middle with the bomb. Plenty of options available. They could just apply some pressure and then drop out the window, head towards B. 60 having to drop back to deal with this. Knows it's a gap. Nick's now pushing in towards A main because of the squeeze.
Oh, an opportunity did present itself, but Senzu quick on the AWP, and Mazinho contains Nyx on main, trying to get away.
I think Techno might even try and play here to remove this gun from JT, who next round 2400 has that loss bonus. So they're in hot water. There's only going to be 1 round left, right? So they are going to have to buy, and holding onto this gives them something to work with. But 4 rounds, CT side. Sure. It's not terrible.
No pistol.
True. They got it done with the saving the guns for the 4 spies, so even forcing Mongols down to an eco. So hard work was done in a patch for Complexity. Having a look, having a leer, having a gander is Blitz. I wonder how long the flight from Mongolia to Australia is. Like, it's probably still something crazy,
I think
like
it's quite a few hours.
14 hours or something.
Guess.
I'm gonna get a look at it right now. Because you think, oh yeah, Mongolia's far away from Europe. Yeah. It's got to be close to Australia,
well,
right?
That's just like when I thought, oh, I'm in Australia. I'm close to Japan. I'll just take a quick flight to Japan. It took me 8 hours.
Just a quick one.
Just a quickie.
How long is a flight from Mongolia to Australia? The 3 most popular routes from Mongolia to Australia. From the capital
of Ulaanbaatar.
20 hours.
Get wrecked.
They could come to Perth, though, if they'd like. It'd only take them 16.
Oh.
And we'd welcome you with open arms.
A Perth boy in Melbourne.
Oh, it's not live. Not live. Technical.
Netherlands. Okay.
All right, well. Senzu's smiling. We like that. Mazinho, now he's having a word. He's like, listen, guys.
He's had 3 frags in the first half. Something's wrong.
He's not even saying anything.
Well, that's because he knows.
Oh, his PC crashed? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
News just in. Coming in thick, fast, direct from the men upstairs, or on the same level as us, but somewhere else in the building. It is a full PC swap. I think that's what this meant.
Yeah, well, that's why you just let 910 know that, like, hey, you can take your headphones off and chill, man. I've got to get a whole PC.
But we can't talk.
No. And so you gave me some insight there that I didn't know. League Ops is not League Ops anymore.
Tournament management.
They're tournament
Or is it tournament operations? I think it's tournament management.
Sounds pretty good, though.
I think, yeah, but the reason they went away from league operations is it's not a league, it's a tournament.
You're right.
So they've changed name.
Yeah,
but they're still, no one parties like tournament management.
That's true. Once the teardown has been done.
Everyone remember the summer of Dallas 2018?
Yeah.
Was it 2018?
That was when it all started.
That is when it all started. The legends of tournament management really came into their own.
Yeah, they work hard and they party just as hard. Timer starts for this pit stop.
True, we should have got the phones out. Or any time-keeping device.
Yeah, not just a phone.
No, lots of things do it.
Like the sun, actually. If you think about it.
In a way.
That was the first phone. I mean, first time. First clock.
Well, people probably spoke to it.
Sundial.
People probably did talk to the sun.
Yeah. Probably like, yo, big man.
Come up again tomorrow. We need you.
Yeah, I need more of that, please.
You got to fight off. Is that an iPhone, Alex?
I believe he's got a device that could be.
Could be an iPhone.
An iPhone.
All right. What about the pads? Is that one of those satin pads?
That looks like a satin, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Okay. Not to be confused with the
Mercury pad.
Yeah. Or I was just gonna say like it's not from like the German mega store, Saturn. It's a smaller brand.
Okay. Yeah. I see.
Yeah, it'd be like using a MediaMarkt pad. Oh.
Let's get this last one. We're good.
Yeah, we're just missing. It's all good.
We're just missing. Does he mean like the players are not playing well? Or does
No,
he mean like we're
like
missing our shots?
Yeah.
To be fair to them,
they did lose a 3v5.
yeah, they did. But there's also,
They didn't lose
I
that
think there was
3v5.
like 3 rounds where duels were had where it was like AK gets the headshot and they've got 10 HP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like M4 versus AK, you just didn't hit the head.
And they are all right. 5 rounds at the half CT side Anubis, that's fine. We'll take it.
True.
You're not going to be having any qualms with that whatsoever. Do you think Zinio doom scrolls?
No way.
He doesn't strike you as a doom scroller?
No. If anything, I think he just kind of, he watches that content where it's like there's no...
It's all educational.
There's no talking, but they're like, they'll make something. Like today we build like, I don't know, a cool structure. Like I'm building
What about
hammock
a
in the
toolbox?
woods.
Oh, a toolbox.
You could, yeah. Like
Well, you got to keep your tools to build all the things.
yeah, like a wood craftsman or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he's doom scrolling.
It does look like he's doom scrolling right now. He's just sending a message like, yo, you wouldn't believe it.
Don't show his phone, guys, because
No.
if it is his Steam thing, we can't do that. Don't do that.
What's Graham thinking about right now, do you think?
I don't know. Maybe where it all went wrong.
He's just staring at that guy's pocket.
What are you doing, Blitz?
Blitz is having a weird...
Blitz, what's going on?
A weird first.
Your hair's all
Do you think he's
floppy.
tired? I think he's tired.
He can't be tired. He only flew 27 hours.
Only 27 hours.
He can't get away. Blitz can't get away from
Does he
us.
look younger?
For some... What's changed
Doesn't
with
he look
Blitz?
younger?
Is that Blitz?
Oh. No, now
How
we're
the-
getting conspiratorial here.
How do we know it's Blitz?
How's they... Yeah, do they have to present their birth certificate at every tournament?
How do we know it's Blitz? Like, could you be... You might not be Alex.
I might not be. You don't know.
Actually, they did have to show passports to get in the country, so maybe...
Okay, yeah.
But what's different? Is it the hair? Because this is Blitz normal hair.
It might be the hair. Or maybe it's his, like, twin brother
Okay.
who's been practicing in the shadows of Mongolia.
Okay, not chess, but checkers master.
Yeah.
I
He's
see.
actually a master at checkers and Go, actually.
Okay.
Not to be confused with CSGO, the one with the little marbles.
We're losing ours.
Yes. Yes, we are.
So, okay.
What color would you call that mouse? That's not a
Matte
blue
black.
What? It looked bluey.
I'm pretty sure...
Didn't it have like a navy quality to it?
I'm coming back over.
Look, that's not
What do
black.
you
He's got a
mean?
black mouse pad.
That's matte black.
It's not matte black. That table is black. That's not the same color as the mouse.
I don't know. I would say it's matte black.
Bro. So yeah, this is what you can grow to expect during tech pauses. We have really enthralling conversations. We like to keep you guys entertained with discussions such as, is that mouse black? And more.
It's one of the favorite segments we do around here.
What color is the mouse? Welcome back. Another entertaining segment brought to you by... Look at that. Come on. Oh, maybe it is. No, but look at the keyboard's black. That's like a light
It's just
charcoal.
a different shade.
That's a charcoal.
A charcoal.
And you say matte. I see gloss. I see light reflecting.
Yeah, no.
Matte.
No, I don't know. Look, here's the problem that we have and the people in chat have.
What's that?
We're going to go back in for one round,
And then we're
but
going to
then we're going to throw you to an ad break.
Okay, what
So
can
we're
everyone
going to
do?
give you the most energy possible for this one round, so it feels like an entire half of Counter-Strike.
Wow, that's a big ask, man.
Well,
I'm down. Let's do it.
we do our best. That's all we can do.
Yeah. Have you been having weird PC issues recently where your computer just stops working? You can say no.
Me?
Yeah. Like at home when you're trying to play. Did your PC just randomly stop working? 'Cause
No.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Why
but
does it happen as soon as like, an important match is being
no,
played?
because
PC's
they're,
just...
they're different SSDs and different PCs all the time. Is your PC getting shipped around the world?
No.
Exactly.
Actually, it's not.
There's lots of factors.
Okay, fair.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. Round number 12. Round number 12.
Big one. This round is basically like a whole half of Counter-Strike if you think about it. Complexity, a 5-7 scoreline would be such a huge recovery, and it's going to have to be compromised. We aren't going to be seeing a Halzak AWP. We've got SMGs in the mix for two of them. Nyx and Sixy going to have to be active. Maybe some aggression.
Sixy said now he's going to try.
Yeah, oh, he did?
He's going to try right here, right now.
Okay, let's find out how this one shapes up.
Oh, flash. That is signs of aggression, but nothing to follow through immediately. 9-10 post on the line. Second flash wave.
Oh, and interesting, a combination of the flash and an incendiary towards the stairs. Kept at bay, though, by Imoli in return. He's dead. He is dead. So well cleared by Senzu. Catches that early MP9. Sixy's already paid a heavy price in mid as well from the util. You can see down to just 25 points of health. So shaping up nicely for Mongols. Mid-control util being lined up. Blitz will force Sixy back. Ooh.
Yeah, gotta get out of there. As soon as that initial, so it was a second tempo aggressive play. They feigned the initial one. They went for the second, but the protocols were so good from Mongols that it denied them that, and now they don't have any moves. Now they're down to plan, now they don't have util. Now you need to hope for a multi-kill.
From whom? Ooh, 60 is still alive. What a lovely gift. He's maintained mid-control with his low HP SMG. A main control. Oh, he's forced him away. He's got full mid. Fortunately, you're losing A. Halzuk only gets one onto Mazinho because he knifed out from Senzu. He's pushing. The only man that can respond to them is this low HP 60. What's he supposed to do?
Oh, Team Flash.
Yeah, Team Flash would have been a nice opportunity, but down he goes. Grim in the meantime gets one. His position noted, so they surge forward. They spin the pizza bomb, and they'll get it down. Look at this. Oh, the forward positioning from Techno. Lovely, masterful. Mongols 8, Cold just 4. Losing a 3v5 has echoed, and Mongols looking dominant on the first map. Warm welcome back, Anubis. First map, first day, IEM Melbourne. We got Mongols and Complexity duking it out, and it is probably the matchup in the opening round that people are most anticipating a close affair. Not so close in that first half, but it is Anubis, and CT's side tends to struggle with no pistol. Complexity muster 4.
Just to keep everybody in the loop, a bit of conversation back and forth before the second half gets underway. Blitz inquiring why you're angry, Sixy. He replies, not enough beer today. Actually, that was Halzuk. Six says, had too many actually. He's seeing double. So embracing the crossover between American and Australian culture. I'll let you guys decide what that is. as Mazinho has left the server again.
Oh, Mazinho.
He doesn't want to be here, and I get it. I get it. It's early. It's their first game of the tournament. So he just wants to get out.
Like, Mazinho's acting like Blitz is looking, you know? Like,
So where is Blitz? We've been asking ourselves that all day.
I don't know, because this ain't Blitz. This is some other guy.
He's not sitting in the middle.
He's not in the middle. It's because...
The internet can't stop talking about it.
Yeah, it's because,
the Reddit
like
threads,
we said,
the
his twin brother is here, and he didn't get the siege plan. He didn't realize that that's where he's supposed to have sat down. Techno just covering up. Pocket barbecue.
I haven't seen that one before.
I have never seen that before. Neither have I seen
the unicorn.
You have?
I have never seen pocket barbecue before, though.
No, that new in the graffiti market, and I'm a graffiti collector. You know, my weekly drop.
I like collecting them as well.
Yeah, I've got too many now.
Yeah, is there such thing?
My storage unit is full.
Tell me what you like out of mine.
Dude, did you see all of my skins I went shopping, man? Oh my god.
You and I went to see some street art the other day.
We did. It was very cool. And I didn't see any like chess pieces. I didn't see any like GGs on the wall.
That's true. No GGs.
No GGs. No chickens. No karambits.
What do you think about that? You don't see that
the kiss is cool.
Yeah, you don't see
the
that very
kiss
often.
is cool. I do think that the L is annoying. Like, I think if you want to upset people after a defuse, you throw a little L on the floor.
Okay.
That's strong.
All right. I wouldn't mind putting, so this is layers, there's layers to this one, but you beat someone in like a brainy clutch, and then you put the light bulb on them. Like, you're a bright idea, you idiot.
Yeah, nice.
Right?
That's not bad, actually.
The salt shake is always great.
I have a question while we're on the topic of graffitis.
I thought I had more than
Is there legislation in the tournament operation manual that you can't use a graffiti that looks like a person and put it in like a headshot glitch angle, like temple mid? Like, could I... Is that an actual thing?
We'll get production is on it. They're going to inquire.
Because I've seen it in the Face It realms. People have been doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you can use, you know, the 8-ball.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them right here.
Yeah, those 8 balls.
Or have you seen the little zombie man?
Yeah, the zombie.
Zombie's elite.
That is, yeah. That's also very expensive because people can use it to like bait shots. But like, you know, I think is that just part of the game?
Well, there's other things as well where players will go and they'll spray an area where common lineups happen, so that you can't see. Right, they'll overpass, for example, on the sign.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're having a look. So I'll let everyone in on a secret. So you've got tournament management, but then that was Tommy from IT. Now, if you're bringing out IT, like tournament management, they know how to turn things on and off again.
Hey, and change monitors quickly and plug in a DisplayPort cable, actually.
And look how tired Mazinho is. We got him out of bed for this.
Body clocks are all messed up.
What is... No, I think it's similar time zone.
Yeah, but you still traveled for 20 hours.
Yeah, but come on now.
Yeah, all right.
Time in Mongolia.
Right now, it is
10 a.m., which is the same time as Perth. GMT +8. Shout out to all my homies back in Perth.
Who
I don't have any homies.
They could be watching. They could be watching. All of them. What time is it for you, ladies and gentlemen? Where are you watching from?
Most people, I would say, are still watching from
this hemisphere.
The southern hemisphere. Well, actually, that wouldn't matter, would it?
I've never used the word hemisphere in a sentence.
That wouldn't matter. It's more about the lateral lines.
Like the Terry's chocolate orange slice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Easter on your brain.
I have. That's more of a Christmas.
Easter Monday today.
Happy Easter Monday. Is that when he came back from the dead?
I think he comes back on Sunday. Oh, we have an answer.
There are no rules. But you would be the rat team that was doozy.
Well, hold up. Remember, we're now just talking directly with the producer, which the people at home can't hear. So
Go on.
Put a pin in the story about the sprays, the graffiti to be headshots or over different locations for lighting up grenades. There are no rules. There are no rules. You can do what you want.
Okay. Well, Chad, I'm going to make it my mission, my covert secret agent mission.
To plant that seed.
I'm just going to talk to players in
every time you're in the lift. Hey, yo, Rops.
Did you know it's not actually,
about?
It's not actually illegal. So, and then I'll come up with some good options.
Oh, okay. Get a pamphlet.
So I'm thinking Dust 2 back plat. You put a little 8-ball.
Okay.
That's going to, that might reveal a contact B. You start shooting at that.
Sure.
And oops, we've revealed it.
Okay.
Temple on Anubis from the, temple entrance. You can have that little half wall. You look like a crouching AWPer on that, holding doors. So they come through the doors, they see you, they shoot.
You've thought about this a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to think of that way to milk that extra 2% of unforced errors out of your opponent.
Yeah, it's like you're cheesing in StarCraft with the pylons and the Zergs.
Yeah.
I don't know anything
No,
about
but
StarCraft.
you were kind of close. A proxy.
I
You know,
gave it a
doing like
go.
a proxy base or something. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't play.
Zerg Rush.
Yeah, I did watch the Day 9 dailies back in the day with my morning noodles.
Well, was it morning or was it like mid-afternoon?
It was university, you know. When I say morning noodles, that just means whenever I'd woken up.
Yeah, it was about 2 p.m.
Yeah. Graham Messi.
So-
Pit.
Yeah, what a legend of the game, really.
Legend of the game. You know, back in my day, he gave me a house in a storm.
He gave you a house in a storm.
I got a job offer in Skype from ESL, and I drove to Germany with no plans and no connections, but I knew Messioso from COD 4 lands, and he let me stay in his basement. Not basement.
In his
What's
basement?
the opposite? What's the opposite?
Loft.
Yeah, attic. That's it. Stayed in his attic for a while. Very
Okay.
hot. Very hot.
Okay.
That's the end of my
At
Messioso
least you
story.
had somewhere to stay.
It was nice, yeah. And I got to work it out. For a while, all I ate was kebab because it was the only thing
You knew how to order.
I knew how to order, and the supermarket scared me.
The Raver shouldn't have scared you.
Well, it's just everything was in
Yeah,
a language
but-
I didn't speak.
Don't need. You just.
What, just pictures?
Yeah. Well, of course.
Like, you're just looking at a packet of meat and you're like, that could be any animal.
Well, it normally has the picture of the animal on it.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe they did. Maybe they did.
Who wanted to cook though? Nobody wanted to cook.
No. Alex would have loved Source with its custom sprays, animated GIFs of
Well, we had that
characters.
in 1.6 as well.
Animated. That would be a step too far. Even I'm saying, as someone that's promoting cheese, that's too cheesy. That's like a Robluchon.
Once 2 minutes is the estimation, not the guarantee. We don't make those around here. But it is just, Mazinho's been having a couple of issues. Now, we also have Pain versus FaZe going down on the secondary stream. You guys can go and check that out as well if you would like.
FaZe stomping them?
Options. At half, it wasn't looking good. Now it's all tied up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're even doing a monitor swap.
Okay, just at this point, it's like, let's just give him a fresh everything.
Maybe you should swap seats with Blitz.
Yeah, maybe.
This isn't their fastest work, though, is it?
It's not.
This isn't their fast.
No one said, but that's because
and it's also not home turf for them.
Exactly. It's Australian cables. Everything's upside down here.
Actually, they are upside down right now. We've inverted the camera just so it seems normal for you guys playing at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, not his quickest. I've seen him do this rapid fire before, 15 to 20 seconds max. This is
Let's
this
go,
is labored.
Regali.
This is labored.
Solid work.
It is interesting that Regali does moonlight.
Yeah, and
as
no one's
tournament
talking
management.
about it.
No. Everyone's just talking about Blitz. No one's talking about Regali.
You're not stopping talking about Blitz being in the wrong seat, man.
Well,
It's not that big of a deal, I don't think.
if you sit in the same seat
Yeah.
for years,
Years. Like when you randomly start setting up on my side of the casting desk.
Yes,
Every
well,
single event.
I don't.
He doesn't know his
it
left
does-
from right,
because,
guys.
No, it's not that.
He's all smart. He acts all smart, and he is, about some things. But
It's to me, it doesn't matter.
yeah, but
But to Blitz, it should.
to Blitz, it should. It really should. Yes, so we appreciate your patience, guys. Obviously, we don't have control over the little mice that run around in the computer. This one is clearly rebelling. But we got at least 12 rounds before this
That's right.
extended pause.
We'll see. There might be another one.
What's that? Under the pause?
All right, I'm going to throw out some words. Tell me if you know what they mean.
Okay, I'm ready. Drongo.
Arvo.
Evening. Afternoon. Yes. Arvo. It's
Uh,
Arvo.
Cracker Coldy.
Having a beer. Cold beer.
Yep. Fair dinkum.
That's fair play. Well done. Reasonable.
Just, yeah. It's
Use it in a
the
sentence.
jury's probably out.
Use it in a sentence.
I think it's more like true, more like
True.
a confirmation
Fair
of a
dinkum.
statement.
Okay.
What else we got here? She'll be right.
Everything will be okay.
Yep. Thongs.
Flip flops. Sorry, you can hear the jingling ice of my cold brew coffee. I apologize, guys. I'm just caffeinating.
I was going to come up with a slang name that definitely isn't the name for an iced coffee.
Well,
I couldn't think
a cob.
of it.
Just having a cob, mate.
Having a cob.
Yeah, cold brew cob.
Cob. Okay.
I was just having a cob. Down
see what you've done there.
Melbourne.
I can't believe we've gone this long.
Did you? I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Aussie fact. This one blew my mind. I learned this yesterday. If you say ketchup, you're a bad person in Australia.
Yeah, and Rush is a very bad person.
He can't stop saying it, can he?
We're at a fish and chip joint in Albany.
Yeah.
And we're sitting down and he's eating his fish and chips. I ordered a chicken burger. Divine chicken burger, I would say.
At a chip shop, though.
Well,
That
they
is,
did a bit of everything.
Yeah, I understand why a UK lad would be a bit concerned about a chicken burger.
So he sits down, and I've already told him at this point. I've told him a few times because he's had pies every day. I said, listen, it's not ketchup, it's tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce.
So when you ask for it, say tomato sauce because they're going to look at you weird if you say ketchup.
Yeah.
So not only did he not say tomato sauce, he didn't even go with ketchup. This poor girl working at the fish and chip shop, she's probably 17 years of age, never seen a guy from the UK before in her life, and he says red sauce.
Red sauce?
She just froze. She got stun locked. She was frozen. I was like, sorry, he meant tomato sauce. Do you have any tomato sauce? Well, we can do that.
That's sad.
Do we want to do that? Because I'm happy to keep going.
I mean, we can keep talking nonsense.
Yeah, that's what we do. We haven't done talking nonsense in a while.
Hello and welcome to our duo. It's Talking Nonsense. We're going to be live.
You can find it on the Talking Counter Network.
To fill them in, because we just once again did that thing where the producer talked to us and assumed everyone else could hear it. He just let us know that we're just seeing some B-sots. That's what you call it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For Rush, who can hear us.
He can.
There's a third headset here.
Rushdie, would you like to defend your use of the word?
You don't have to defend it. He needs to be careful about his vernacular as well. Rush gets a bit feisty. But it's an open invitation to Rush League Ranger. If you'd like to walk, it's about 50 steps from the observer desk to the caster desk and to join with us until we are ready to go. So you're invited, Rush, to come and have a conversation. If not, that's fine. We will talk with everybody else playing at home. Now, this is where it will be Counter-Strike adjacent, everybody, but likely not to be directly talking about the Mongols versus Complexity.
No, in fact, we probably won't be talking about that for a while, given the fact that computers are rebelling to start off this tournament. I like to get it out of the way day one, you know?
Me too. Iron the kinks out.
Get it all out.
Oh, he's come over. All right.
There he is.
Let him take this
brother.
one.
Good
And then
see
we'll
you.
have to see if we can get... Oh, look at this. Michael's hooking up Rushley here. It's all happening.
Rushley Ranger.
Do you want a seat, Rush?
Testing.
I can hear you.
Hey,
Can you hear us?
Yes, let me turn this down a little bit.
It's a bit loud.
You're wearing
Yes,
your
yes.
spectacles.
Yeah, I have glasses, Alex. What do you think?
It's a nice frame for you.
Thank you. That's, yeah.
It frames your
Rush,
face
you've got
nicely.
a
People have
seat
been
here.
saying
It's
that.
quite low. Michael's hooking you up.
Oh, my Lord.
Look at this.
Can I just stay
VIP
here all day?
treatment, mate.
What's going on?
There, you're
Yeah.
all right. Yeah. Well, no, you need to observe at some point.
All right.
He'll
well,
be fine.
Yeah.
Thank you
this
very
is
much.
good enough. Thank
You'll
you.
be right.
Welcome to the Talking Nonsense.
Talking nonsense. Nice.
It's probably the only edition of Talking Counter that you'd want to come on.
Sure, sure.
All right, so Rush,
Yes.
how do you feel the game's going? Let's start. We'll start pointed and we'll go wide.
I mean, it's okay. I like some of Complexity's aggression that they were doing.
Okay, let's go wide, shall we?
It didn't really work out, though. I mean, there was some nice stuff, some peek and window, which we like to see. It didn't go too well, apart from for 6. He had some good stuff.
Now,
I mean,
you've never been to Australia before?
no.
How are you finding it?
It's very nice. It's kind of like a mix of like a few countries, like Florida, like America, like a lot of stuff like that.
Different countries like America and Florida.
It's very nice, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Very nice.
Are you a Woolworths or a Coles guy?
I haven't really decided. I think Woolworths has the better cookies.
Okay.
To be honest.
Yeah.
But Coles is closer to the hotel, so I think I prefer Coles right now.
Okay.
See, for me, Woolies used to exist in the UK too.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
It did.
But the Woolies here is quite different.
It's not the same thing.
Not the same. Like Woolworths has like it's a full grocery store. I mean, I don't.
Oh.
I remember going in Woolworths as a kid, but
No.
I don't feel like it was a
No,
grocery
Woolworths
store.
is like where you went for your light bulbs, your sun cream, and your coat hooks.
Okay.
You know?
I only remember the pick and mix.
And,
That's
well,
literally all I
let's not
remember.
talk about the pick and mix at Woolworths. I nearly got criminal charges as a kid.
Oh, you sneaking a little.
No, I was just adding a couple of extra gummy snakes.
Oh, okay.
A couple of extra, and she
In the pocket,
and she
or?
called me out. She said she knows my mum. She knows her from
Oh.
church, and if you keep doing this,
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
Oh yeah.
Can't be doing that.
But then
Okay.
Woolworths shut down, so maybe it was me.
Maybe you
I
shut
just
down
stole
Woolworths.
a few too many gummy snakes.
Okay, what about the pies, Rush?
The pies were fantastic. We had a lot of good pies. There was this place. Oh, I was going back
Rush,
live.
you gotta get
Should
out of
I
here.
leave? Jake, can you take
You
over
gotta
for a
get out
second?
of here. Run, Rush, run!
Oh my god! Well, you didn't see this coming.
I'm holding his mute button.
Okay, but
So,
eventually.
Yeah, if you move the headset, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, well, that didn't take as long as I anticipated.
All right. We didn't even get to talk about red sauce.
And that's because Tommy from IT was there.
Respect to Tommy, man.
Shout out to Tommy one time. All right.
Why do all the worst, most toxic Counter-Strike players have Thomas Shelby as a profile picture? Conversation for another time. Pistols and a headshot from Senzu. 2 as well. Takes down JT. Job done. He's baiting Techno as well. Oh, it's just beautiful. Poetry in motion. Grim left alone in the 1v5. Makes it 4. Shouldn't be any way out of this one. Nice Goosh. He's doing well. He's fighting up. Bit of a storm.
like the storm that you had to take shelter from?
I did.
All right, Grim, come on. Give us a spectacle. Give us a moment. Well, we're not getting one of those. Both pistols in favor of the Mongols. So they are flying so far on their opponent's map choice. Ancient up next. So quite a fun map pool. Anubis into Ancient into Inferno.
That is a fun map pool. When was the last time
Thomas Shelby?
Thomas Shelby from Peaky Blinders.
Doesn't Kioske have him as the profile picture?
Who? Cement back in?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I just know that like a lot of the worst human beings in Counter-Strike have it as a profile picture.
You had a bad experience or two by the sound of things.
Yeah, mate. They just, they don't stop.
Okay, well, maybe you should put it on and change that discourse.
Maybe I should.
All right, the game is going to get well out of control here because, Cole, you force sport. You did that in the first half of play, but on the CT side, you were able to save. You're not going to be able to do that on the T side. Exchange of smokes over towards A main, so trying to jostle for this control. Mazinho and 910 peppering through, trying to catch any tags for information. Blitz passive mid, Senzu and Tainer over towards B, so nothing different as far as the CT setup is concerned for the Mongols.
Hey, main presence. Going to be throwing out that smoke to take some early.
He's coming through.
Mazinho. Oh, that was aggressive. He's been very quickly punished, put back down. Flashes to get him in. 910 will lose vision. Closing that gap. 60 needs to clear cake. Still 910 vision restored. Gets one. Blitz returns to heaven. Senzu holding that mid lurk. Rotates in, starts to set his focus on camera. Low HP on that pillar player. Halzok's holding on. Grim does arrive in time, removing Techno. Fought now by Senzu. It's just
clutch.
JT in the 1v2. Good luck, have fun. Not going to be easy, not going to be easy whatsoever. Close, but no cigar on the force.
Okay, well, Senzu retains his M4. I think there was another one on the floor, though, right, from 910. Either way, doesn't matter. It will have to be the eco now, and this game has definitely gotten away from Cole. Should be 11 to... Oh, maybe not. Hold up a second. There's a hero AK in the mix.
Yeah.
JT's dropped an AK across, so looks like they're going to double down on all of this.
Okay, maybe we should take a tech pause in case that was a mistake. I think we've had enough of those.
You need to get something out of this,
Yeah,
Cole.
eyes on Grim.
Right, next round's not going to be great either.
Nope. I mean, a bomb plant minimum would really soften the blow, and you can see 60's got that outside of B main, but how do they draw rotations? You can see now that Blitz has departed, so just a two-man defensive B.
It's going to be the crowbar method.
Yeah. Techno given an extra block smoke for Con. And that will limit Grim's contributions. He's not walking through that, doesn't fancy his chances. JT searching middle, but not being given too much here by the Mongols. 910 is a cautious aggressor right now. You can see that he's flirting with the idea of advancing further.
Okay, well, that smoke's going to fade at, what, about the 45-second mark? At that point, we should see them try and contact in. Halzok is going back towards middle. Is it just to show presence while the smoke is up, right? Just to make sure that they're not taking any liberties across the map. Blitz is now cheating back towards middle. So the chess piece is moving across the board, but this will be the B finish. You need the opening kill from Grim if you want to crack this one open.
Grim versus Techno. Oh, he's nailed it as well. Does crack open onto the first. Now starting to advance out to the next fight. He delivers as well. The hero AK living up to the prefix. A double entry into B. And now this is an easy free frag for the Desert Eagle. Nix just takes Mazinho out. Job done. 5th round won. 5 alive. And all these scavenge rifles as well. This is a dream for Cole. Maybe going to be the turning of tide.
Oh, well, this is what happened within the first half as well, right? Pistol, the conversion came in. And then what I said was in the CT half, they were able to go for the double dip. This time they weren't, but they're able to force themselves into a couple of investments. And then Grim delivers.
Nice
you
patience.
need two players, Grim and Halzok, to show up in big ways if you want to be competitive. And, well, there's a Grim moment. Find some damages, 910, but we'll go down with the ship. And there you go, a little spark available for complexity. It should be the force buyback by the Mongols now. Next round is only going to be the 1900 loss. He's done very well there, and the deagle shot from Halzok too catches Blitz coming back over. He was just there. So going to be feeling a little bit hard done by. 2 Famises, 257 to deagle, a little bit of util, and a giggle from Grim. Let's go.
They've already kind of thrown one advantage in that first half. This is a round they cannot afford to lose. It's a four sport. Mongols, mostly 5-7s, and a couple of FAMAS. Oh, whoa, 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 wee-wah! What are we doing? Burns down to 20 HP. Blitz takes down the healthy Halzuk. Now 60's softened himself up for a 5-7 death as well. 20 HP, one bullet would do it. Goes down to the 9-10 FAMAS. No trade. It's falling apart. Boys, that's ugly.
Yeah, exactly what you said. Couldn't afford to happen. Has happened.
Oh, mate.
Mincemeat of this. Nyx just forces his hand in through camera. He's dead, and what was a massive play from Grim in the previous has gone down the gurgler. Call this one done. Call this one dusted. 11-5. Now you're in an even worse spot.
That's awkward, isn't it? Was it flawed in the trying to go mid against a potential force? Was it that
Just
simple?
felt very rushed, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
It felt very rushed. When you have so much time on the clock to work with, I'm surprised that we saw that go down so early within the round. Take a look at this. 1:25 is what we have in this exchange.
That's the bomb.
Yeah, why are we forcing our hands so early?
And I mean, I think it's apparent that that was a miscom as simple as looking at 60 getting mollied, right? He was flashed, and they re-molly double doors when Halzuk and 60 were making up. Yeah, miscom. Yeah, rough.
That's a really bad round. So you've had the 5v3 loss and that
one. Yeah, there.
And they're going to stick out like a sore thumb.
Ooh, you're not going to clear jail, are you? Q Senzu. 3v3. This is an important duel for Nyx. He delivers. That has opened up opportunities. The A site undefended. 9-10 goes down. Bomb is scarpering over it as fast as he can.
Yeah, this is looking very good, unless it's so delayed from JT and Halzuk, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. They're jogging on over now. I think because you have such a lead as the Mongols, you don't need to go for this round, unless you're given an overstep, right? But it's a 3v2 situation. The bomb's now planted on the A site. It's a very difficult retake. There is a kit in play, but the HP is low of one of the two. So just save it. You really don't need to throw everything away right now. And you've already seen them fumble rounds. So at this point, you know that you're in a pretty strong position. And look, 17 kills at the moment for Senzu and 9-10, both of them delivering hugely. There's an AK upgrade being highlighted there by our ops team. So 2 AK-47s carried through. Senzu will be able to drop one. Blitz will be able to buy himself something like an MP9 most likely. So yeah, you're probably going to see around three rifles at a minimum, maybe a FAMAS in the mix as well.
Terrorists win.
Well, this is the problem. We need to see a slew of rounds now from Complexity for there to be any competitive nature about this. It does feel like this one has the writing on the wall, and then we're going to go in one direction. But they had a turning point. They fumbled it. They're back in that same position again now. Right, you win this, you take everything away, you force them into another save, and then you can really start to accrue some T-side rounds. You get to the next gun round, you win that one, they're down to a partial saves again. So you have a good chance. So it is 3 rifles, an MP9, and a Deagle. FAMAS was not opted for. This one looking direct, B split. Heard the singe.
They heard that. Senzu, however, is going to be exploited by these con players. They'll be able to spot that jail fight. Oh, not anymore, they won't. Break on the smoke, good catch from Grim. This is the fight, takes down Senzu. It's just Blitz on the side with an MP9. What can he possibly get done? Despite the first, onto 60. JT is next challenge. 19 takes heavy damage, and there's the flank. JT removes the threat. The bomb site lost in the round 1. Cotton will take 7 to Mongols 11.
Okay. Well, there you go. This is what we're talking about. Consecutive rounds now, the first time that can be said in the second half of play for Complexity. They can start to piece these things together. We just had FaZe walk through the caster booth. I've never had this before.
That's cool.
Hey, guys.
Hey!
They did win, so they're in a good mood.
Oh, they're in a good mood.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's good to check. That would have been weird if they had lost.
It would have, yeah. Rain had a big smile on his face.
He did.
And he had a banana.
They won 13-11.
Okay.
Sorry for spoiling, guys, but we literally just had a team walk
Who
through.
cares? No one cares.
They never come and visit us.
No, we never see players mid-cast.
No, never.
That was weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. It was cool.
But we weren't talking about them.
No.
Okay.
That would have been more weird.
They have Inferno up next, and Mirage is the third deciding map if they need to get there.
I mean, respect to Payne for making it close.
Yeah, Rix did end up at the bottom of the scoreboard, but that wasn't the case
How
for
did
all of
New
it.
Kid do? Demo.
He had a tough second half.
Yeah. Well, there's always another day for Demo.
Oh, I get it. It's the Launders thing.
Yeah, that was a joke.
sometimes it's better if we explain them.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that what they say about jokes?
No, that's how the saying goes. Is like, when you have to explain it, it gets
joke
funnier.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can actually win this game. These guys are not even playing good. They won both pistols.
He's not wrong.
He isn't wrong.
Did win both pistols.
Yeah, and you did lose a 5v3.
He did.
So, let's go.
Ooh. Are you getting pushy? He was thinking about it. He was having a look. 9-10 will tell him it's safe. Ooh, okay. This could be really disruptive. Your Rugs player's not looking either. No one is holding your flank. You just don't expect... Oh, that's awkward now. No one's reacted. Halzak's still throwing his nades. JT's the one to tend to it. Gets 2 kills. Now a stack on A. Don't overcommit here. Grim doesn't care. Takes 2. And a third asking too much of him. Senzu's Deagle just claws back 1. But Cole, they are closing that gap rapidly.
Point right there, we just heard in the comms the guns were flanking. So as soon as those 2 kills come in from JT, that removes the lion's share of the threat over towards the A site, just having to deal with a couple of pistols. So easy work for Cole to bring it back to just a 3-round game now. And this is what I was discussing. Now it's the first, well, it's not the first rifle round because it feels like we've had a few of them so far, but in the flow of traditional rounds, you've gotten on top of them, you forced them down to the lighter investment. Now it's a gun round. We're going into this gun round. There is no defuse kit present. It's not possible to buy one. So if they lose a site early, if you go for something a bit more direct on the Cole side and you win out that initial exchange, likely to see a save, and you can start building back into this game quickly. Loss bonus will be 2,900 for the Mongols. So a few saves does mean another buy, but the pressure's starting to get turned up a notch.
Especially if they... don't convert this one here for Mongols. Fully invested. Could be looking at a 11-9 score line.
Where's 9-10 headed? Is he going to do something aggressive with this AWP out the gates?
This is the most direct we've seen from Cole.
Well, they've read this well. There's 3 players defending B.
Yeah, they're in the right place, especially if 9-10 set for this like contact. If they don't smoke him on the cross, they throw out a lurk smoke. Interesting, just contact walk through the lurk. Okay. Aggressive, 9-10 needs to go down. Nyx does put him in the dirt. Grim catches Senzu through the smoke. It's quick, it's poppy, it's aggressive, and it's working. Techno position noted on Con from his incendiary. Block smoke arrives. Round looks like it's theirs as well. Zinho is going to investigate.
Oh, nice shot.
Holding the line, nails it. Techno, you're a dead man as well. 60's holding and takes him.
That is absolute best case scenario for Cole. You remove everything. I'm talking about a couple of saves with 2,900 lost into drops and another buy. So right now, this is going to be a partial investment with a couple of Deagles. And this is a great opportunity for it to get double digits for Cole. So again, they put themselves in a driver's seat style position. Oh, look at this. Block there on Senzu coming through the snow. 9-10 does well to find 1, but that's it. That's all the Mongols have to put to their name in this round, and this pace change.
Loved it.
Lurk smoke straight through.
Yeah, just keep our shit clean and we'll win this game.
All right, there's belief in the Cole camp.
That's going to be the clue.
Oh, and it continues to be reinforced. Double kill straight away. This half buy, half investment. Armored pistols falling flat in the middle. Gonna regroup and take their time here. No need to rush things.
See that that little bit of advice there from Messio. So he's a father, so he's well aware. You got to keep the diapers clean.
Keep it clean.
And you win this.
That's it.
Right, well, should be an easy putt in now. They still have a lot of utility for this, so you can group up and look for the finish. 60 noting multiple bodies over towards the B site. Should inform JT to get a hustle on. And they are starting to move over towards A. Mazinho and Techno are both leering over. They'll be here in time to cause a bit of a fuss.
What kind of fuss can you cause with a 5-7 at that kind of range?
Apparently nothing.
Yeah.
Looking for exits now. And another positive sign for Cole down the stretch of this game is there's residual cash in a few of the players. You've got 3 players who have 8k plus, so they're in a strong position for multiple residual buys, and that's going to be important. It's 4 in a row, about to be 5 in a row. That means their loss bonus is at the bottom of the barrel. And this is good. The mental resilience to be in this after losing a couple of really bad rounds. Not down, not out, and capitalizing on a Mongols who are treading water at the moment. This team started off the year looking good within playoffs, not looking great on stages, and then in the last couple have been struggling. Senzu will be able to get his hands onto an AK-47. So a tight little upgrade. And the call was right there from Mongols. They had 3 players in the previous gun round, over towards that B bomb site, and they still were unable to get anything done on the defense. So now we take the save, guns come back out. Still no kit. 9-10, buy a kit. Someone buy a kit. Mazinho or 9-10, one of you. Come on, boys. Buy a defuse kit. Or don't.
Oh, well.
All right, well,
Roosters.
we'll see. We'll see if that really has implications.
This is aggressive. Oh, Senzu gets caught. JT owns it, breaks the smoke, could have exposed Techno. Molly, well designed for that dark pillar, forces him back. This is stressful. Highly stressful. Blitz feeling a lot of scrutiny up alongside Techno, but it's only two of them, and it's 9-10. Ready in mid, does receive 60. Gets a bit too aggressive onto the AWP line. Halzek's position noted as well. So now Collar on the back foot. Can they resuscitate hope with a pick-off? Halzek smoked for now. Nyx and JT going to regroup towards B main.
I don't hate that push from Sixy. It just looks bad because Grim dies at the same time.
Yeah.
Sixy knew that the mid gap was going to be open and there was going to be a rotate from Blitz. He was right.
Oh. This is perfectly timed by the T side. Both of them are worried about mid.
JT's about to flash them in.
Yeah, and no one's home.
And remember, no kit.
Yeah, as you discussed. Techno on the cross. Oh, he timed it quite well. Smoke spam, a little bit of damage onto Nyx. Gets away on the reload.
Blitz is going the long way around. He's not even going to drop out the window, so this is going to be a long rotation point.
Okay.
JT and Nyx are here.
This would be a big recovery from Cole to make it 11-11. Blitz coming in though. JT and Nyx, who's holding this. Nyx is ready. Well handled by Blitz. Takes the first. Isolating the first duel. The second not so easy. JT staying nimble.
Oh!
Backs.
Double!
Double! Why he just hits the collat on the CT players? Halzek gets another one! Cole tie it up each! 11 apiece. Beautiful recovery in the 3v4. Just cut noise, over rotation from Mongols, leaving that B site open for the taking.
It's crazy from Halzek, right? Because the flank comes in from Blitz. There's a lot of pressure. The comms come in of where that player is, and he goes from connector into the site and then catches that perfect timing. So knows that he has to be proactive there. I'm flicking through, doing my own observing. This is the opener. Just as the lurk smoke's landing, catches a whiff. That's a huge opener from JT. But Halzek, that couldn't have worked out better. 9-10 and Techno forcing into the site, lined up, and Halzek goes berserk to get them the 11th round. That is massive.
Hakon indeed.
That's what you need. You need these individual moments. You've got the Grim with the Hero AK gifted from JT. You've got Halzek pushing in and getting a massive triple kill on a retake. Just denying them any opportunity to get that one done. Now you're staring at all tied up 11-11. They have the better buy. Sure, you get another 9-10 AWP, but here's the thing. You need to make sure that you're not hemorrhaging one of these opening kills, and they're not throwing in the same flavors of CT aggression.
I love that reaction out of Halzek, immediately realizing, okay, the B main players are dying. I need to be out of con doing something. Tends Zorp to be potentially activated. He starts mid with Blitz. Ooh, Mazinho, the A anchor, could be getting tested here. Nyx is not alone on his Rug's position.
They have full mid info though, so 9-10 has been able to stay around doors. It just is where do they want to cheat, and there's actually been a lot of harassment towards B. We saw the pace change through the lurk smoke. We saw the previous end over towards the B side with the bomb going down as well. So right now, Blitz is feeling that it is going to be that B-side finish. Oh, they've called not live. Oh, but damage was done on 9-10. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how this one comes out. Consider this live still.
Oh, he still gets it while flashed. 9-10 onto Nyx. They try and accelerate. Senzu's saying his mouse isn't working.
It's Blitz.
Okay.
It's Blitz whose mouse. Maybe out of batteries.
Yeah, awkward.
But
still
I'm
have the
pretty
man
sure
advantage. I think you have to play on. There was damage dealt.
I think
40
damage was
seconds.
dealt.
Yeah, and this is a big round as well. Bomb into B. Oh, Halzek gets Techno advancing. Grim comes in from behind, catches Blitz. Falling apart. Attempted retake. 9-10 and Senzu. 9-10 from Temple side. Double up in con. No util for this. This is the fight for Senzu. This is the head-to-head. Spots him out, isolates Jules, anticipates the swing. Grim is alone, he's being isolated, commits to it, and delivers. Light on time, though, trying to close that gap. An incendiary available, light on ammo. Senzu only 3 bullets, but it's the AWP that can provide the cover. Incendiary forces the fight, gets the first, isolating Jules! He's missed his AWP shot, and Halzek comes up clutch. Runs him down with the Tech 9 through the flames. That's an awkward way for that round to go down. And what a tilter it must be for Mongols, for powers outside of their control, impacting them in a round like that.
Yeah, if it's battery,
God,
That's on you.
Control, yeah.
Like if it's something else, I don't know. But if it's battery, if it's run out of battery,
Elise would
mate,
never be gaming with mouse skates like that.
Yeah.
Battery died.
We're getting confirmation that the battery went out on the wireless, and that right there, what are you even meant to say about that?
If 910 just hits that AWP shot, that is their 12th round regardless. Yeah, he knows it. He knows it.
The disrespect on the incendiary as well. How many times do we have to see that, right? Just run through it. Not just get. Obviously, it's the only way that he can make the play, but. Yeah, okay. That is a miserable way to lose that type of a round.
That's horrible. But you're right. How many times have we seen people running through incendiaries now? People see it just as an invitation. Like, oh, there's an incendiary. I can push this. I will push this. I think just to revert one of them.
But either the time or the spread.
Yeah,
it has to be one of the two. It's right now it's uber nerfed. I understand that the price change is in play, but it doesn't really matter.
No.
What are we looking at here? Are we looking at does someone need a USB-C? I can run to the hotel. I can get mine.
Is it just not charging?
Well, it's not plugged in.
He was attempting to plug it. Did he bring the wrong cable today?
Oh, I'd be irate. Yo, did anyone bring their cable?
Yo, guys, has anyone got like just a standard G Pro cable, please?
910's gone. I got mine. Yeah, but...
Oh, there we go. The ref's got one.
Feel like a bit of a tit, don't you, after that?
Mate, I would feel so much. I would be getting real hot under the collar. So like if you want to kind of let's empathize, right? Let's try and feel what they're feeling. You had an 8-4 half, and then you won pistol. At that point, you're sitting there going, "All right, lads, this is a shoo-in."
Yeah, should be able to putt this one in, especially after the force spike conversion.
Putt this one in. They were losing 5. Our opponent was losing in 5v3s. We were winning 3v5s. Oh, we're doing a
full mouse change.
Full mouse swap.
Bloody hell. They've had it all. PC swaps, monitor swaps, blue screens of death, SSD changes.
Wow.
Did he change his hair?
What, in between rounds?
I don't know. It looks like he zhuzhed it up a bit.
It's got some zhuzhing, yeah.
He's definitely zhuzhed it. It was floppier before. He zhuzhed the front. There's a frontal zhuzh.
Well, you don't need that dongle now, do you? Let's get that dongle off. We don't want a double dongle, do we?
Well, depends on what day of the week it is.
Yeah, I don't like to double dong. Sorry about that. Okay, we're nearly there. We are nearly there. But yeah, I was trying to empathize. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was doing. So yeah, and you've done that, and now you've just lost... What has it been?
Well, I got 6 you wrote.
Oh, he's right.
He is right, yeah. But that would aggravate me.
Did mouse stop working?
Oh,
is that what happened?
You couldn't shoot.
And you can't even fault them for until the admin says not live, it doesn't mean not live.
Exactly.
You have to just play. They're not like doing anything wrong by playing until the admin says stop. So here we go. Last round of regulation, folks. Can Cole really take it in regulation after being down 8-4 in that first half, losing the pistol and coming back with a streak of rounds?
This would be an 8-round run to win their map choice.
Wow. 7 consecutive now, coming in for an 8th. And the CTs, it's compromised. Light on util for a majority, even FAMAS is in the mix. What's the call from JT to pull this across the line? We heard those check-ins with the comms. Cole believed they could bring this back, and they have.
That's a pretty stifling piece of utility out early.
Oh, flash and go. JT, a free sit in. Bowser can't react, but Nyx can. Okay, Cage is the beast. Mazinho down. 60 in middle, spots out 910. He's not playing scared at all. Sticks around for more, backs away from the flames. Plitz mantles up towards this fountain, but on MP9, it's not ideal. He's just going to have to throw out some util and get out of their dip. Sixty trying to block out on Temple.
Oh my
Down
God.
goes Blitz.
Look
Easy as that. Nice work from Nyx. Oh, it's sent to empty-handed. Collar doing it. A 4 versus 2. 910 arriving through the flames. He knows he's got to be a hero. That will have been heard. He slips into the smoke, but Grim knows he's throwing the HE right at your face. Down to 50 HP. Exposed, and the Tech-9 brings him down. Cole, on their map pick, they pick Anubis versus Mongols, and they bring it home. Who needs pistols? They get it done regardless in regulation. action. Cole starting off with a win in the best of 3.
8 consecutive rounds to close their map choice. They kept their mental in it after a couple of fumbles. Complexity should be proud of that and keeping the good form looking strong down under. Said FaZe.
They did.
FaZe fans everywhere. Met them all around Melbourne, but here we go. Pistol round number 3 for the series, number 1 for the map. Smoke and a flash for the defense with a pair of dual Berettas and Kevlar. So Techno with a full kit. Smoke double flash for the attack. There's a flash. Oh, 160. Mistiming that. Catches the brunt, but we'll still get the space. Now red smoke. This is layered and late.
Oh, that's really nice flash work. It gets Mazinho off the line. Spotted another 9-10. Just collecting heads. Racks up the double. Mazinho chips in for a third, takes down JT. Bomb lost in the open. 60 doing nothing. He's still on heaven, and Nyx is going to pause as he bides time. Position noted.
2 new boys having to get back into this one. Okay. Blindside onto Senzu. There was a chance for a moment. Mazinho will secure this as he'll double up. And there you have it. 3 from 3 in the pistol department. But it's not about how you start. It's about how you go on, Mongols. Have you been able to reset? You know this series is going to get an awful lot longer than it could have been. You had your chances, you squandered them, but you're still looking for the W. Again, you don't want to drop to the lower bracket. You want to make sure that you can go into that next matchup, which will be going down tomorrow to battle for your spot in the arena. Rod Laver Arena, which maybe there are some Aussies tuning in right now watching. I'm sure there's a couple. Even if not, maybe you're a tennis fan. You'll have heard of the Rod Laver Arena.
Miss red smoke. That's suboptimal. For a quick AX-act, JT fast CT.
The question is, does 910 play ahead of this? He's just transitioned to sight, so he definitely will.
Yeah, he's just going to try and get himself 2. Turns to flashes, or still catches him, but good for the first. And the second, yep, delivers what it was required of him. Blitz will arrive just in time for another contribution as Mazinho swings out of the donut to get the job done. JT, just an armored P250.
Interesting approach from Complexity.
Yeah.
Smoking off towards the temple position as well as sight as opposed to donut. So I guess they're expecting a player to be a bit more retake setup from temple. But 9-10, as mentioned, very, very well done. And this one should be done and dusted. Any damage that JT can find is great, but I don't think he's even going to get that, as now he has been spotted by Techno. Thinking dead. All right, well done. So get this right. The capacity of Rod Laver Arena, we're obviously not going to be hitting that. We're going to have a different configuration. But as far as I've been told, we will have more fans in the building than Katowice.
Which is incredible to consider, especially for Australia. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy.
You've always brought such incredible energy with smaller crowds. 9,000 of you? I don't even know what to expect.
It's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. Broken red smoke, looking for them, but not exposed. Still tucked on elbow. Incendiary will force a decision. They opt for a more passive approach. Just respect it. And anticipate the swing from Blitz. Flash in. Multiple bodies spotted. He's done very well there. Mongols set themselves up for success in this anti-eco. That goes down as well. Just testing Blitz and Mazinho. And it is a full green tick in that box. 5 alive. Blitz leaves with 3.
Don't know what that means.
Spat on that thing!
I don't know what that means, Mazinho. I think that this is where we buck the trend from map number 1, right? Mongols were able to get the pistol and the conversion, but then they lost to either a hero AK or the double dip of the force buy. So right now they've gone 3 straight. So looking good as it is a bonus. There's lots of residual cash. MP9's kept for Senzu and Blitz. Oh, that's a miss smoke, isn't it?
Yeah. Two back-to-back missed red smokes.
Yeah,
This one's even worse than the first.
That's not great. Well, it's a B execute.
Oh, that's a lovely little HE and a boosted orb. Oh, it's scary. The flashes are good. He's panicking. He's in the backside. Gets tagged him up and covered him nicely. That's the MP9 at work. Senzu delivers. Pushing aggressive Techno. It's chaos. Pandemonium on the site. Halzak manages to rack up 2. He's equalized, but Mazinho is out. Halzak doesn't even know. His bomb's exposed. Grim will push through the smoke, and now we can all take a breath.
That all happened before a minute 22 on the clock.
I really like what he's done with this smoke. That's going to keep
noisy, though.
staring. Oh.
He's been heard.
Has he?
Yeah.
You heard him leave, but he's already going to pivot round.
heads back over. The question is, did he actually run away? Well,
he could still be in cave. That's what Mazinho's thinking.
And with all the time available, Grim can make this play.
Does he catch a timing without... Yeah. Oh, lovely. Mazinho has no idea. He's only got 9 bullets as well. Didn't elect to reload. Still considers him close. Will Mazinho be caught off by this? I think he might be. Starts to proceed back towards the site on that ramp. Grim concerned about cave. That's the fight! Oh, Grim! It's Grim indeed! That's a horrible way for it to go down. So much time invested on the relocation, and he fumbles it.
Oh, I think Graham, they're leaning over to see how much damage was done in that exchange.
Yeah.
Got the jump on him.
Oops.
And this was just wild, right? So you know there had to be... Well, maybe they didn't because of the pathing that they went with and the flashes were in play. But 9-10 gets run down. Central server to get 1. It's chaos on the side. The Halzerg double is brilliant. Oh, just as he's pivoting it away, Grim's going to be frustrated with that one.
I can hear that idiot shouting about it.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Bloody casters. Wish they'd keep it to themselves.
Yeah, stop talk. Start getting... yeah, he did just hit that. Yeah,
well, they started 3B, so it might lure them into thinking the side is a little bit more under-fortified than it actually is. 9-10's AWP is
chill,
here
you
again.
mean, Senzu. Wow, I mean, I respect it, but you're going to have to reload. Oh, no, you're not. Ah. Oh.
And Blitz is up here as well.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Grim doesn't take that Tech-9 rush to punish the reload.
Smoke's going to start fading in a second.
It will. Ooh, this feels like it's set up for a nice multi-kill for the TheMongolz here. Keep the wins going.
It's all on JT in middle.
Clean. Oh. Clean as it can be. Blitz activates onto JT. Sets comfortable. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Oh, he'd have loved that one. Would have given them a real opportunity to win out in that 2v2.
If JT can extend the duel with Blitz, then that round does become possible. But the fact that Blitz wins that fight immediately, at that point, he can now focus fire with his teammates. So what damage can the young Norwegian do? Actually, I don't know how young Halzerg is anymore. He's been on our screens for a while.
He has.
Remember when Fifi was like, yeah, he's the next Zywoo? When he joined Dignitas, you remember that?
Did he say that?
Yeah, at the retirement home, when they picked him up, he was meant to be the way out. How old, if you had to guess? Let's play a game. It's called Guess Halzerg's Age.
I could do this. I'm quite good at that.
All right.
I reckon he is 27.
24.
Oh.
So maybe, yeah, young Halzerg. I stand corrected.
Oh.
It's all right, Grim. Don't let the Elige aura from the room. I know that he's in the same space, but he's not in the server with you.
We all know that feeling, you know, where like chair's not the right height, desk feels wrong, everything's just feeling a little too complicated and difficult. JT.
Good flash.
Yeah, really isolated. Nice late take, catches his push through the elbow smoke. They are accelerating into a rather undefended site. It's just going to be Senzu. Gets one, though. Gets one ahead of the smoke. Techno activates as well for one. It's too easy. It's way too easy right now. Too many bodies. Everywhere it feels like Complexity go, there is like 4 or 3 players ready to receive them. Brutal.
All right, well, this is a sprint to start off map number 2. 6-0 will be another partial investment. They could even force buy, right? You could get out 2 AKs and the rest with Galils, and you would have utility to work with. So I wouldn't say it's out of the realms of possibility. It's a well-handled little pieces there from the Mongols. All right, well, this time they will be using a tactical timeout, a conversation to be had.
It's quite a sobering scoreline, isn't it? After winning an incredible comeback on Anubis, you find yourself...
What, just a streak of 8?
Yeah.
And now they have a streak of 6. So you've forgotten what winning feels like.
Yeah, at this point.
Not an A1S in the server right now, and that really makes me happy.
A4 supremacy.
Same price.
Same price, more bullets, higher rate of fire.
Nix is not looking confident in his red smoke right now. So, mate, let's get that down. You've moved. Did he land it?
Yeah, it looks good. Surely.
Well, don't speak too soon.
Surely.
Hey, there we go.
There they go. Fight mid. They are. They're asking questions of middle. It cost them a great deal of health from that HE. Molotov forces Techno back cave. Mid space. Reaction is immediate. Blitz and 9-10 partner up to play the fade. They'll break ahead of it. Ahead of schedule. JT a free frag. Ooh, Grim couldn't quite finish off the job. Tries to transfer into 9-10, gets him low. Activating towards A main's not a bad shout, but they are two Mongols here to receive him. It is the fight. Yeah, takes a chance through the smoke, does lose out to Techno. Despite that low HP as well. So yeah, things could have changed. There was options. There was a potential for them to find their first gun round. Oh, sorry, our first round, not guns. Guns are out now.
Mongols read that like a book, right? The clear, the kill, even though there was a trade in there, 9-10 immediately rotates to A, lets Mazinho take over any of the leaks if there is later pieces coming across. From Donut, the Orb gets a kill. 60 has to make a play in that scenario. Techno's ready, waiting on the smoke. And final kill onto Halzerk. So here we go again. How long will they go roundless complexity? Default opener. Halzerk ready with flashes to send these to JT and Grim out mid with 60 up from heaven.
Yep, mid pincer.
It's a flash.
Visible on the break of the smoke from Blitz. Donut smoked as well, so yeah, they are going to have the boots planted of that Red Room player. Mazinho is playing a forward position in A main as the canary in the coal mine.
I do like this as well, right? So you can essentially leave Mazinho here at any point,
right,
and you can give up the site because it becomes so many different angles if they do come in through Donut. We can see it does look like it's going to be a B finish. So Blitz is worried about red quite passively. It means he can assist Techno and Senzu. But with the type of harassment that they've done, Complexity don't look like they want to put their toe in the water. So right now, 60 in cave is going to have a fight to take.
Especially tough because Techno's going to like shoulder, maybe be spotted, bait him in. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Wow. Senzu does win out the duel. Good angle for him up close. Takes down 60. Halzerk just faking out that bomb. JT returns fire through the boards, and Mazinho's late A main push catches Grim unawares. Bomb goes down. Can they win this one? Can they rectify a 2v3? Never mind. Senzu's got the wall bang down. Takes down Halzerk, and JT, nice clean tap onto the second as well. My God, an attempt at the 1v3 on low HP, but it's still Mongols reigning super.
Yet to die, 11-0. We haven't had a JT clutch just yet.
It was close.
He's the man that Complexity, I don't think they turn to him, but he's the one to stand up and be countered. And there's that activation of the A main push. JT, knowing he has to stay calm with this, but just sweeping through it, Mazinho will take him, and Grim's frustrations leaking over now. That's the thing. He was playing Lurk, right? And he gets caught. He does nothing in the round. You just feel helpless at that point. But the bomb did go down. There is another buy. Max loss bonus in play, and his aggression. They don't want to give Mazinho that space. Immediately go for the challenge. It's Senzu here. Like, been a few different looks on CT setups right now. Mongols are flowing.
I guess they've got so many options where it was 9-10 just says, I'll do this, and then they know a variety of different approaches. This time it is just going to be him spotting the long with Techno forward in cave. It does mean that Cole could exec B quite comfortably, though.
I think like Blitz may as well give this up now. I don't think there's any real point him hanging around because Mazinho has the cross from Donut.
Right, he's just trying to puff up his chest and act bigger than he is.
So they could give them the site and still play retake anyway. There are kits in play and it's a 5v5.
This is going to be horrible for JT though. It's a free frag. Oh, no it's not! 9-10! Oh, both of them crumble at the hands of JT's AK. Massive to bring Cole into the round. And take their first. Will they give Mazinho his first death as well? That's the next conversation.
I think right now with the residual cash that's available, these guys could look for some damage on the way out. They definitely not going to go for it. Shouldn't overextend, but if they can find a little bit of damage on a few of these complexity players and keep them in a tough spot with their finances down the stretch, can limit the amount of rounds they can accrue on the T side. But there you go, JT. Didn't win the clutch, but broke their way in. Secures the first for Cole. And they've clearly got the mental to come back into games, but this one is going to be a whole lot harder than the previous.
Yeah, I mean, you can just look at the kills. All of Complexity kept humble. Did you hear Furia there?
Furia?
What did he say? Like, let's just Furia, but that would make no sense. unless that's also a call they have. I don't know. That's what I heard.
Oh, timeout taken from Mara. Okay. So he really wants to slather on the rounds here. Unfortunately, it does mean a lot more silenced M4s in the mix after losing all those bodies. So, guys, sorry to report. I'm sure he's saying that. He's like, guys, sell those back. I don't want those. Get the good ones. All right, Nyx is going to do the red smoke again. I'm staying on board with him. I want to see if he's pulling it off. What else are we looking at here? Furia could be... 60's heading towards B. Grim's going to head towards middle. JT's going towards middle. Halzok's probably going to throw the flashes. So this is just standard. This is just the default round. Nothing crazy about this one. It's 2 sets of flashes. So Nyx and Halzok, they're going to contest middle here on a second timing.
No elbow smoke. 60 does catch Techno and all blitz. Yeah, overcommits to it. Caught crouching. Grim trades into mid. Man advantage for Carl. Trying to change it with some smoke spams. Mazinho still undefeated. Nice catch over the smoke from Senzu. Grim has the bomb on his back, so losing his life is awful.
I just had a death slam. They're just ahead of us. So Grim's frustrations continue.
Oh, and Halzok made a step. This is another one for Senzu. Never mind. Caster Curse is real. 9-10's getting flanked.
Oh,
eye to the scope. Nyx was already in his blind spot. Okay, Mazinho, what have you got for us? A 1 versus 2 demanded of the young gun.
Winnable. That smoke's spilt forward.
Yeah, he's walking through it. It's covered by Nyx, but... Mazinho! He can do this! Finds the headshot on the man covering. It's an AWP, low HP. Mazinho going to try and tap through the smoke. Jumps through his shot! Mazinho! Untouchable, undefeatable, unkillable. Mazinho clutches up the 1v2. 13-0, and that's bad luck, but for Cole, as they've only got 1 round on this T side.
He's come straight through the grey screen, instantaneously ripped Nyx's head off, and then from here, he's just able to dance with how. Look at that, just bang dead. Halzok's just finished planning, leg shot.
Oh, he actually leg shots him on the jump. Yeah, that's the slam. Can't catch a break. Can't catch a break on Ancient.
Well, 2 rounds left. Again, bomb goes down. Lost bonus helps with the buy. Oh,
dead now, of course. Oh, it's brutal for Complexity. They can't get anything going.
How many opening kills have they even been able to manage so far? Let me take a look, because it doesn't feel like many.
Any? Certainly not many.
Oh, no, 4.
4, okay.
It doesn't feel like it, though, with just how bleak a lot of these situations have been. So either well traded.
Oh, Cave is just so dangerous against them. Whoa! Mongols! Great catch from 60. That's pure reactions. Pure instinct. Kicks in. Adjusts nicely. However, Blitz on long side. Stays stubborn, removing Halzok, and you're not getting that bomb down, Nyx. You're dreaming. Tries walking in with it. 9-10 quick to the scope. Turns the flash into a 1 versus 3. 9-10 unlikely to miss this shot, especially when you're in the mud from that HG Mongols. They are cooking up trouble. A 10-1 half.
Mazinho may finish this half without dying.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't want to jinx him. After all the blue screen trouble that he had within the first half, he's come come back with a vengeance here on Ancient. But just really taking care of business, aren't they? Going to be 10-2 at worst, 11-1 at best, as the bubbling over of those frustrations continues on our screens.
That is the second time as well we've seen Complexity players dying, like pushing ahead of their smokes. Like, we could perhaps wait an extra 5 seconds and have long and short fully smoked and then go.
Oh, spammed.
And 2 openers from Nyx back to back into the last round of this half.
Mazinho died, I did jinx him.
Oh, double trouble. 9-10 hits a collateral.
Senzu's here.
Frag, you'd think. Nyx, he adjusts just in time with that AK-47 advantage, just takes his head off. Trying to recover this one is 9-10.
Oh, he has to go for it. Final round.
Pick up an AK-47. He's got a full belt of util and is on his way back. Halzok in cave. Is he going to keep pushing this? Is he going to try and catch that timing on the ramp player? I think his window of opportunity is just going to miss it. Yeah, rounding the corner now, 9-10.
Smoke on the bomb.
Has smoke, has kit. Could get awkward.
Just get it down.
Halzok's going to have heard him. A fake as well. Looks like 9-10's got no chance in this one. Halzok bides his time, confirms he's off the bomb. Takes a crouch peek, and the job is done. The round is won. Cole with just 2. But they end it with a win. End it with a bang. Looking good for 3 here, Mongols. They just need 3 rounds to take us to a 3rd map. Plenty indeed. Just 2 rounds is all Cole have to show for it on Mongolz map pick in the second of our first game here at IEM Melbourne 2025. Chad Sponge Birchall, and my name is Machine. Mazinho, he had to die, didn't he?
It's the way of the Counter-Strike world,
It's just how it had
isn't
to work. It's just how it
You're
had to
unable
be.
to be immortal for an entire match of CS. But he did try his absolute best as the frustrations.
They're getting lucky as well. Fucking collapse and shit. Like running through smokes and just fucking not like. Just gotta be prepared for everything. Just take a breath. Try and get the frustration out. Stay positive. We can back this back.
Thanks, Graham.
Thank you, Graham.
Get the frustrations out.
Collapse, run through smokes.
Couple of expletives in there, Graham.
Yeah. Wash your mouth out with soap.
Yeah, imagine if your mum heard that.
Bang. Ooh, nice try from Nyx. He's under a lot of scrutiny on this B-bomb site. He's trying to stay active, as in the sense he wants to try and take as many pot shots as he can, but while simultaneously not giving away this 3v3, breaking into that B-bomb site. Mongols have got Blitz thrown out a long smoke. All this control already. Going looking on short side. Halzak takes a little lick. A couple of body shots. Techno brought low as well. That's a big one back from Senzu. Yeah, finds Halzak. Trades immediately. Techno. Oh, he's trying to get across, but the taps from JT do find the head. Goosh as well now from the Glock of Senzu. A 1 versus 2. For the taking. This is scary times for Nyx and JT. Will they let him plant? Is that going to be their next objective?
They might have to.
Oh, the bomb's still there. Oh no! Oh no! Senzu's gotten the most healthy of the 2 down. Nyx has given it up. Can JT save? And this is a compulsory pistol to have a conversation about Ancient. And the bad mood would only get worse. Senzu tries to peace out, fakes the steps away. He's got JT. Oh no, he's made a meal of that. Senzu's low. 1 bullet on either side would do it. JT, can you hit it? Senzu saves him. He got a big smile on his face.
He knows he gooshed him earlier as well.
Bloody
Like, why
hell.
won't he just die?
Just made that look really, really difficult.
That's 4 from 4 in the pistol department.
True.
Bloody hell, Senzu.
Oh, we got it done.
I'm glad you could laugh about that. What a great trade. That, yeah, like, you're wondering where JT is. It's not
Here we
together.
go. 2, 3.
He's got. I'm not going for headshots anymore. Even Mara having a giggle about things. So they get the clutch, they get the round, and they just need 2 more as a force ban for complexity. Donut smoke. And they play ahead of it, so there's an opener. Might just force the hand of the Mongols into a faster B play. They might need to accelerate into this.
He's only going to try. Techno with a Mac 10 on the warpath. Flash him from 6C, sets himself up. Beautiful. From the 5-7, it connects. 5 versus 3. Can they convert? It certainly looks good with 6C's 5-7. Racking him up. And now Mazinho left alone, overwhelmed. Cole, convert. 6C very happy with that one.
Yeah, see, he's spent some time in Europe. He's picking up some of
He's picking up the lingo.
some of the vernacular. All right, well, that's one that's going to have a real feel-good moment to it, but you need an awful lot more of that. 5-7.
Self-flash, love that.
In my mind, and I don't know what the pros, maybe we, next Pro League when we've got him a bit more... Harosh! Harosh?
You had to say it like
that's
American,
the...
didn't you?
Yeah, okay. Well...
Harosh.
Harosh, guys.
Seriously, Harosh, dudes.
The 5-7, though.
Yeah, right.
Isn't it strong? For $500.
But it's not as cool as the Deagle, we all agree.
That's true. Oh, Grim. I think you're a bit low to be hanging around.
Oh, it's making me uncomfortable. He's timed it perfectly as well. 6C should be fine. Like, he's going to... No, he's not! He's completely not, actually. Mazinho slipped through. Grim gets away with a lucky one. Just Mazinho walking into his spray.
Hey, there we go, JT. That one's a crispy. Now for the finish. As Blitz and Senzu should be getting burnt here in a moment's time, and then down to just the eco. So with 1 casualty, it's likely not to become 2. JT makes light work of proceedings, and there you have it. 11-4. Now Mongols, don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen again, Mongols. Because if it happens again, you're in the lower bracket. And what happens in the lower bracket, Alex?
You only have to win every single game, and only 1 team goes through. It's like, you know, the gauntlet, as it were.
It's tough.
It's not fun. And that's why winning is better. I've always said it.
Winning is better than losing.
Winning is better than losing.
Nothing feels as bad as losing. Well, in a competitive environment.
Yeah. Loved that. Halzak approach, an early HE, then just sits back, lovely headshot, angle, racks himself up, a lovely quad kill. JT steals away his ace, but he's just happy to have converted that round cleanly and convincingly. Mara immediately hits that big red button for his second tactical timeout, map 2, game 1.
Could we get a big red button for coaches implemented?
I think we should, and I think that we need to put together a PDF.
Actually, there might be a problem with it, because the in-game leader would need to acknowledge the timeout. The in-game leader could
Can they deny?
Of course.
So if like someone does the T with their hands.
I'm pretty sure you could just ignore him. You could wave him off.
No, I'm good. Damn, I've never seen that.
Because you have to type in-game, right?
Right, yeah, exactly.
So, MC took away our in-game text.
Yeah.
Now we can't see what they're saying without console.
Keep the teams happy, Chad.
No, but we just look at the demo.
Everybody ask me.
Why you bullying me?
What they type in game. Starting with a open A bomb site, and Mongols starting with a fast A.
That's a fast donutty. Guys, it's very quiet. I think they're just trying to pull the rotation and then walk out middle. Yeah, they are. They're trying to pull the rotation and waltz out middle.
So they're trying to like be steps and util, and they're all smoked off, and they don't see anything.
So now they just go A. Okay. Interesting.
Simple. They're boosted up. It's already looking very good. How do you get back into this, though? You're going to be rotated through.
Well, look how light the util is for Mongols. They have to win duels.
Oh, that MP9 could finish off the job. Grim does it already with the orb. Blitz ducks on 60. Another attempt through the donut. Senzu comfortable. What? Just hits the headshot adjustment immediately onto Nyx. It's another one back from Halzak in that donut. Both of them trapped in donut. The smoke won't last forever, but Mongols now with a man advantage and that bomb down. Still paranoid about a potential lurker.
All right.
Yeah. Choose your own position. I was here first.
Oh, the bait and switch. There's the bait. Here's the switch.
Comes down to
it's time for the JT clutch. We haven't had one yet.
It's about time, and it's about time. And all he has to do is wait for that smoke, touch the bomb, get ready for Techno's walk, and can't do it! 12 is the magic number. Mongols take it. Comfortable now to wrap this one up and take us the distance.
It looked like a complexity gave Mongols exactly what they wanted on the A side. So they used the smokes. It wasn't an all-in. It was like, what are we doing? And then they came through late. But before the bomb goes down, think about all the jewels that were taken. Yeah. Right? The donut smoke, I think there was an extra replenish available or it was down. But either way, they just took a lot of fights. Felt unnecessary. Mongols are great when it's heads up. Oh, missed red smoke. All right, well, they do get the mid control, at least for the interim. Oh, saw him. Grim definitely saw him.
Finishes off the job now. Turns tail. Techno boosted up quick onto 60. Grim, this is a audacious position to find yourself in. Can you catch a glimpse of Techno just on that oscillating smoke? Yes, he can. Does remove another. 4 versus 3, 9-10 in pursuit of this frag though. Grim spots him out on the jiggle, in trouble from the Galil. Advancing down the ramp is Nyx, but nice reposition from 9-10. Tucks on the bucket, does isolate the duel, but Mazinho an immediate trade. It's up to Halzak in a 1 versus 2, and he gets his orb into position early. Ready for cave, ready for ramp, knows where they're coming from. Jiggle out, headshot, body shot collects. And that's awkward. Halzak gets caught pulling the pin on that HE. Blitz just...
Oh,
what?
No!
He didn't finish him. Oh, okay. Okay.
After the leg shot against Mazinho, if he hit that one
what's the
and
logic
then
on
died,
Blitz planting like that? What does he think he's not going to come for him?
I guess he thought a bit more respect was going to be. It could because it's a fake. Like, maybe it's a fake, but Blitz is just sticking it. Halzak wants to take a page out of the Mongols book and just play heads up CS. Tags him through the wall, finishes off with the USP, and his heart probably stops for a moment there as it's a tag and not a kill. Mongols have plenty of rounds to work with, so how close can this game get? That's now the new question. And was a similar question that we had on Anubis, and it got damn close. It got so close, Complexity ended up winning it. So what can they do with 4 Glocks and a Deagle in the hands of 9-10, who has been on point today? Kill in favor of 60. He's had a tough map. He had some big moments in the second half, right? Obviously that 5-7 round to win out of 4 spy. Not too shabby. What do we got coming up next? Because this one will just be the Eco Bash. We've got Mouse versus Big and 3D Max versus Gamer Legion. FaZe versus Pain is also still running simultaneous with this one. That one's close again on map number 2. So respect to Pain for bringing a little bit of that without Big U0 here in the server. Had a medical condition. I think the Pain even said it was something to do with his ear.
Yeah, something about the flying at altitude was not going to be conducive with keeping his hearing.
I think it's... In sports, if players are injured and they can't play, it's obviously different because they tend to be in the country or close enough.
Yeah, right. You hop on the bus or something.
Right. But you would hear what the injury is. Like, oh, they've torn their ACL or they've done this or they've done that. Obviously, in Counter-Strike, we do hear about like wrist injuries or RSI and stuff. But for Pain to come out and say, oh, yeah, it's an ear thing, that's why he can't fly, respect, because it takes away...
the mystique.
Yeah, people would go, oh, is Big U0 leaving? Is he going to Furia now? It's like, no, he's got a medical condition and he actually can't fly. It's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. Respect it.
Ooh, JT jumps up. Grim gets a double in mid before being shut down. Senzu finally put to rest. It's 6-0 again, successful. Constantly having to operate with a lesser weapon, and he makes it work.
If 910 had the bomb, I'd say he could be in for this. But with the bomb down over towards elbow and middle, he's on the B side. He'll get a kill for free, but is it just one?
That's the question.
Oh.
The timing on that was perfect.
Damn.
And he'll get himself a rifle upgrade as well. So in 12-8, how close are they going to get to overtime?
Take this, right? We'll try this one on for size. Sorry, I keep hitting my mic on my collar. That's my bad, everybody. Try this one on for size, right? They came back on map number 1.
They did.
And
I was there. I saw it.
You did. Mongols know they have the mentality that they can lose a game like this. They just did.
Yeah.
Complexity know they can win a game like this. They just did.
I thought 11 was where like...
No, nothing's impossible. It's Counter-Strike. It's like Disneyland, but in a video game.
Yeah. Out mid with Tech 9s. And a HE to break. Or is it ready and poised? Doesn't hit his... Oh, he does hit his shot. Excuse me. Wow. Quick flick onto Techno.
Oh.
Ah. You've lost Grim on A. Will you lose the bomb site? Halzuk doesn't think so. Still sticking around. Burns out Mazinho. Misses his shot on the donut dig. They're doubled up and covered by Halzuk.
Oh!
Yeah, nice shots from Blitz.
He's going to win this. He's going to win this.
Think so?
It's the new table position. He's 100% winning it. It's the clutch from downtown.
Back. Smoked off. 6 and Nix partnered up on it. That fading CT smoke.
And he's away. Has plenty of time. He could be anywhere. Right? The fact that he's been able to dip out of there, he's just hightailing it over towards B. 60 and Nix, these are the two least experienced members of this Complexity roster. Paired up, partners in crime, trying to clear him out and chase him down. But he could have gone through red. He could have dipped all the way back through A. Well, he's now planting on B. They're both going to be coming in from the back line. They should stay together. The question is, do they go cave or do they go ramp? Blitz has been able to push forward, back of the Death Cube, scoped up, down towards red. They don't have a smoke. They do have kits. Blitz can win this.
Yeah, no, but it's not planted for him. He's planted default.
Doesn't matter now.
He has to fight this cave early. Here we go. This is the angle. Isolating Jules. 60. Spins around to save him. Bit of a messy spray from Blitz. A real opportunity presenting itself to isolate the 2 Jules he needed in the 1 versus 2. But another round for Colt, and 60 unloading the remainder of his mag into the corpse of Blitz just to let him know that he probably could have done more.
I should have done more there, right? That first kill, definitely getting traded, I would say. But the first kill felt like it should have been his. Did 60 call him an org noob? We might like catch it in the replay.
Nice shot, noob!
Nice shot, noob.
Okay, if he said org noob, would have been better. Because they don't really use that gun.
That's an unironic noob. I haven't heard one of them since 2008.
And it sounded about as good as his Hirosh, so...
Hirosh! Hirosh, noob!
Okay,
Sorry,
well...
we love you, 60.
We do.
Yeah, we're not mocking
It's all
you.
for entertainment.
It's just entertaining.
There's 3 rounds left, though, and we have overtime.
Yeah, but watch this.
Okay.
JT removed Techno.
You're not believing.
I need to start.
Yeah,
don't I?
you should have started about 2 rounds ago.
You're right. 910's already slipped into donut undetected. They know it's a gap. JT might even get a little bit of info. Spots it. What? Okay, that was 1 jump too many, JT. And it has resulted in 910 revealing the bomb's position. Oh, Halzuk asleep at the wheel. Bro, did not expect 910 to be so active so quickly. Needed that from Grim. Oh, my lord.
What do you do as 910? You're stuck between a rock and a hard place now.
You've run through the incendiary in 1 tap, Grim.
Wait, he's on his own still. The rotation hasn't joined him through donut just yet. Good work from Grim. Okay. Well, now to 10 rounds. The Mongols, they are in hot water. We've got 5K on 9-10. Everybody else hovering around the 4K mark. So as far as a buy is concerned, it is there. The loss bonus has been in play because last map, it was a streak of 8 rounds to win the map. This time, it's going to have to be a streak of, what, 8 again? 7.
Yeah, on the CT
7 to
side.
take you into overtime.
Bruh.
Yeah, so Mara definitely sweating right now. This is the 3rd tactical timeout being burnt. They will get an extra timeout for every set of overtime. So just wanting them to get the job done now before things get a whole lot more pressure filled into the next round. But yeah, JT had some very important moments, up to 17 kills. An impactful double to say the absolute least. Complexity showing some poise under pressure. I don't think that's something that you could have said about the complexity of last year.
I'm still adjusting to the fact the Org is being unironically purchased and utilized.
This is the thing, they were using it so much in Bucharest. Like,
Yeah.
Grim was using it. He's on train. You see all of them starting to wield it.
As long as it's not like the full Org Krieg meta of old, that's fine.
I think it just levels the playing field with the AK at close range.
Yep. And
JT
JT again in middle. He's making it his own. The nade looks like it's destined for damage. Boom! 150 damage into the elbow. Awkward for Mongols, limping now, hamstrung by the explosive. And they are still going to contact out mid. Zinho parked in A main and smoked. Incendiary behind the box confirms that no one's pushed out. He can focus his attention forward. Smoke will block him. Flash for nothing. Is JT doing anything with that? No, it's just hoping to delay. JT in this forward position, this little off angle, it's cheeky. He owns him. Oh, another from JT! He is delivering time after time. That AK put to great use. Triple kill from JT, and this is the Org in action, holding a sliver gap. Oh, fumbled util. Awkward now for Grim. They lost the bomb site. The bomb will go down. Spoke too soon. 60 gets there just in time, just in the nicks of time.
They really needed that plant, right? That plant was the difference between AKs or Galils going into this next round of play. The fact the bomb doesn't go down there, that stings. That leaves a mark. And JT continues to have some of these stunning multi-kill pieces. This is the opener right here that he grabs. 9-10 goes down.
But
This double is beautiful. Like, it just bang. It wasn't even aiming at him.
Wasn't on him, ref.
I don't know how I got this.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Maybe it was like a moving inaccuracy. It looked like he was just touching his strafe key.
You'll take it though, won't you? Okay,
Yeah.
final round, regulation, overtime up next.
No way.
Jason Lake has
No
just
way.
touched down in Melbourne. He might be witnessing a brilliant little comeback from his boys.
7 consecutive CT rounds. That's unheard of.
Here comes the fight.
60, he's not playing scared. He's not playing scared. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Neither does 60. The smoke, he kind of blocked his vision. He had grey screen on the jiggle. Not for Mazinho. Spotted his legs. Now pressure onto B. Halzuk needs help. Nix needs to hit some shots. Halzuk hasn't hit his. Pressure applied. Ramp is going to be a big finish here.
They're
Mongols
cancelling.
congregating and
They're
cancelling.
cancelling.
Falling back loud in the lane. Pressure applied and then completely released. They all knife out and peace out.
And the problem is their rotation, it's going to take longer than that of Complexities. They'll be able to pivot back. The question is, do they really believe this? Do they think that they've dropped back completely? Well, Halzok does. He's going to take the AWP over towards A. Does he focus Donut or does he focus main? What type of setup are Grim and Halzok going to piece together? Grim's starting to push main. This could be massive.
It's ballsy. 3 players to perceive him. Forward position.
Oh, he's going to tuck in.
Oh, he's in the open. Need a second. Oh, Grim. Crikey. 2.5. And now Halzuk's all poised. Receives Mazinho comfortably. Just 2 remaining. Senzu's got no help. Techno is a mile away. 30 seconds. Trying to pivot. Techno through mid. Uncontested. Halzuk has occupied Donut, but he's not looking at middle.
Senzu faked it. All those steps were heard. They're going to still worry about B.
Halzuk. Oh, can't hit the quick scope. 2v2.
Penny drops now. That has to be A. Time.
Nix and JT. Catching Senzu on the cross, puts the bomb on the floor. It looks like overtime secure. Techno has to pick up the bomb. He's only got 9 seconds. He has to get back across. 6, 5. It has to read 4. It's over. It's over. We're going to overtime. Complexity have done it. Incredible, impeccable, 7 consecutive CT rounds.
And they carried that mentality through, right? You look at the first half of play. We came back from the break. Every cam of Complexity was pure frustration. We had death punches. They were getting absolutely nothing done within the first half whatsoever. And now they have brought back another map of Counter-Strike. Sure, this one is only for overtime, but from where they were to where they are, this is massive. This is a huge step in the right direction. Grim using that AUG to perfection, close range against the AKs.
And he was showing mad frustrations in that first half.
Exactly.
The fact he's sitting at 22 shows he's overcome that. Deep elbow, they've missed the smoke.
Trying to run with the momentum. JT's been good in mid, but not good enough this time round. Blitz will find the opener. Nick's forward. He does stick the landing, but needs to get out of there.
Especially with knowing that mid is occupied. He's fumbled the movement there. 9-10, the perfect weapon to punish. And so a man advantage into our first round of overtime. Halzerg shows the orb's presence, fires off a shot through that smoke. Techno sees that as an invitation to advance into it. And so we'll cut rotations.
Techno's had a really rough map.
Grim. Oh my God.
Okay, well,
Double take. Proper.
What's Halzerg meant to do here?
What's anyone supposed to do? 60's also
Halzerg's pushing.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, completely boxed in.
What's he supposed to do?
60 now. He's just going to get hunted. Techno's already pushed all the way through spawn. Blitz is still over towards B.
Why is this how Counter-Strike works?
Why did 60 start with an MP9?
Because he likes it.
Okay.
But why, after losing 7 rounds consecutively, TheMongolz win the first round of overtime?
Because Counter-Strike, as much as people don't want to admit it, is a massively mental game. And one of the things that they were feeling, because they fumbled map number 1 and they haven't been playing their best Counter-Strike in recent history, is pressure. And what does pressure do? It adds stress. And then you're not going to make the normal decisions that you'd normally make. You get flustered in the server, and the game gets away from you. Instead of playing to win, you're playing not to lose. And well, maybe you're not playing like the player that you're meant to be. Wow, that nade.
That's 2 elbow smokes missed in 2 rounds.
For a truckload of damage there. That was 41 damage on that nade.
Yeah, solid.
Or maybe it was 2 HEs, but either way.
Really limits JT's defensive options. He actually goes all the way back through Donut, pass back to Red with Halzerg, partners up with him. Ooh. They're pathing forward. That's the fight. That's the fight. JT wins it out versus Techno. Halzerg shows his AWP as well.
I think that's Techno's 10th opening death. He's had a really tough time in that category, and he's having the roughest map on his team so far, and maybe in the server. So now with the number disadvantage, where do they look to finish? Mazinho leering out A, seeing if there is any signs of aggression. That's not the case just yet. Senzu Noisy will be heard by 60, who's just going to swing into the fight.
Yeah, he's welcoming this exchange, and wow, they win it both.
Okay.
2 North Americans delivering headshots, and spotting out another, removing 9-10. Convincing work from 60 this time on the rifle.
Very tough for Mazinho to win this one. Not only because he's down to 11 points of health, but they would have known roughly where he was anyway. Right, he defaults over towards A. So left in a unwinnable scenario. A tough clear initially against that of 60, who's burrowed all the way into elbow, but looks like we're going to go 13-13 in a moment's time. Oh, good clear, Mazinho. Ready for everything. Really need to get a wriggle on right now. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock, so...
What are you doing?
Yeah, at this point, just looking for kills. Looking to add something to the tally. Because this one is over. And he'll be found by Halzerg. So there you go, removing everybody. An AK for Nix to work with.
Well, judging by how dominant their CT side was, Cole will be very much in pursuit of a 2-1 scoreline. Now that'll be their expectation for a good half, quote unquote.
If they win this series against TheMongolz, and they've done so without Train, which is one of their key maps in a lot of their series wins in Bucharest, and they've come back in both of them, this is this complexity roster turning a corner from the old one. The old one's mental was fragile, a bit like my ego.
Boosted AWP for 9-10, and Nix is already early long, so he's got past that sight line. Doesn't need to overcommit, but a little jiggle for info could cost him his life. Oh, pressure applied up the ramp. Halzerg quick to release it. Nix gets overlooked completely by Mazinho. Halzerg down to his rival Orpa. Nix is going to get jiggled out by Blitz. Makes it a 3 versus 3. The Molly Speedway will force JT back. 60 doesn't go for a spam. Smoked off on Cave, leaping through! JT, that's ballsy! He nearly finished it off onto Techno, puts him on 7 points of health. They're looking for Grim, but 9-10. Oh, 9-10, not ready for it. Grim from the doors. This round is still on. In a very big way. Smoke and kit available for Grim. Incendiary buys time. Blitz needs to win this duel at 60. Perfect on the crosshair. Takes down the head of Sixy. Flash is good. Grim blinded. Needs to get onto that bomb site fast. Throws out the flash. Smoke not on the bomb, so really no chance for this one. Techno finishes it. Solid work. 2-1, the scoreline in favor of Mongols in our first half of overtime.
Okay, well, I think that's very important for the Mongols, right? You were talking about how tough it was for both of these teams on their T sides, so we will get to see the Mongols now go back over to where they were so dominant. The pistol, they were just running away with things. At one point, Mazinho, I think, was 13-0. And the CT side was very dynamic, a lot of different setups coming out from them. So we'll see if they remember they can pick up where they left off, or if in that time JT has been able to find a solution to the woes. In the early stages of the rounds that Complexity were losing, there were missed red smokes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all just down to losing gun rounds.
He's out. Blitz is looking like he wants to try and fight. Yeah, they're pushing through. Tucked behind the box, a team flash exchange. It's Techno that activates out Cave. JT's not aware of it. So a nice double, make it a triple to start off proceedings for the Mongols defense. Looking strong, staying vigilant. Nyx claws one back. Senzu down. 9-10 meets a similar fate at the hands of Halzerk.
This is winnable right now for
It
Cole.
is, especially because they're planting and he's got his knife out. Oh dear, it's a 2v2 now. Nyx has caught out Techno in the cave. Halzerk gets that bomb planted and an interesting T-smoke. Blitz quick to the ramp though. That ramp flank is going to be very crucial. Nyx tucked on Cave, and he's aware of Long. He's missed his chance. He's missed his shots. Oh! And now exposed on the bolt. And 1 versus 2 for Nyx. What's he got? Well, it already connects on the wall. Bang! Mazinho collects indeed. It's 15. Mongols just 1 away from taking us to a 3rd map now.
And that was the first opening kill this map for Techno. And it's come deep into the series for sure. So, look, as mentioned, he was 0-10 in that department. I guess his first one kicked this round off. I think Techno's sitting here going, why hasn't he just gone up ramp with his teammate? Right? Like, why has Hauser gone in to be on his own? Nyx gets the spam kill, sure, we know he's lane. Can't believe that he's coming through cave like that. So Techno gets caught out.
Yeah, Halzerk knows he could have hit and should have hit that one on.
He even got the second bite of the cherry there. Yeah. So, tough. Well, the timeout taken. A big swig of water being had. Mongols know they've still got the series ahead of them. They convert this. We have Inferno. And that's just best of 3, number 1 of the day on the A stream. 4 best of 3s a day on the A and B streams. They'll be coming your way all week long. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we get into the IEM Melbourne 2025 playoffs in the Rod Laver Arena.
I'm hyped. It's going to be a very good week for Counter-Strike. And for Aussie Counter-Strike fans this weekend. Actually, no, never mind. Not just this weekend, because it's at a good time for them every day.
True. They can watch everything.
Yeah. It's not like the classic 3 a.m. trying to catch the last one before bed. I don't know how time zones work. Bang! 66 to work with. 60 successfully chips, boosted on Long. Dismount quickly. Bombs outside doors, but they are starting to probe middle. And no one's home. No resistance being felt. No presence on the fade, though. 9-10 catches 60 searching. Block smoke on the ramp, looking very good for a Mongols finish now. This Complexity tasked with overcoming a man disadvantage. They send JT through red. Mazinho starting to activate on A main with Blitz. Is there a way back in for Cole? How do they do this?
I think the time's going to be their biggest issue. Like Nyx, if he goes through T-spawn, we'll run into Mazinho.
Yeah, he'd lose
unless
the
Mazinho
bomb.
goes elbow, which he is. So he might hit Nyx in the water.
Oh, it's all very, very close. Nyx is being loud. He's hugging the wall, though. I don't know if Mazinho has reacted to it. Yeah, he has. He's heard. He's checking. And that's the bomb. That's the bomb. That's the round. That's the game. We're going to a 3rd. There's nothing for the 3 of them. They have
How
to
do you
fight
get
for
into
this
this?
bomb.
You're boxed in middle.
Here comes Halzerk. Combat orping through the smoke. Great screen. Mazinho puts him to rest. And we will see 3. Well recovered from Mongols after a solid comeback from Complexity. 7 consecutive CT rounds to take it to OT, but in OT, Mongols remember who they are and what they're capable of. A chance perhaps to plant. 9 seconds. It's going to have to fight with Senzu and immediately deletes him. Blitz will secure the round. And we go a 3rd. Solid work. Mongols, they recover it. Showing they're not going to go out and down to the lower bracket immediately to Complexity despite their good form. Don't leave him hanging, 60. We'll be back with the 3rd. walking.
Talking.
Well, we do some of that. We're going to have to do some more of that. In fact, for map 3, we are going into the deciding map between Cole and Mongols. Lower bracket sucks. Upper bracket, better. That's my analysis of the situation. We're into Inferno as our third and deciding map, and Nyx has got a bullet in his head already. No helmets in the pistol. Nyx brought down to 44 through the wall. 6C is going to get cut down by a boosted Glock.
Well, that hasn't gone well. Is it going to be 5 from 5 in the pistol department?
It can't be. It's statistically improbable, Chad.
It's improbable, but not impossible. Looking more and more possible.
It is, isn't it?
Okay, well, there's
Nice.
a kill.
Yeah.
Might need 2.
Well, it's 1v4 on A, so Halzerk versus the Wild. With his toy pistols.
He could be a good Scott Pilgrim.
He could, couldn't he? I think Cole would make a good band.
It'd be like, this is where he goes, it's like, Wazam!
Like 6C's the front man, he just sits there and goes, Hirosh, Melbourne!
Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
JT on the drums. He doesn't look like he would be, but he is.
He is definitely a drummer. Got that rhythm. Halzerk he stayed active, which is admirable, but
It's bad info, though. They're still here.
Yeah, exactly.
You might think it's clear. You think it's a banana.
Whoa, okay,
Yeah, they're
never
not in
mind.
banana. They're top
all
middle.
there.
They're now in A. And JT...
5 pistols, bro? 5 out of 5?
5 out of 5.
Kind of crazy.
We've gone 2 and a bit maps without saying... What's your name?
Oh. Well, you just said it, didn't you?
Yeah, but we made it 2 and a bit maps. I was just proud of us.
Yeah, that is. The temptation has been real from the start.
Lee, mate, will be in the building. Not this building,
But A
the arena building.
He's in A building.
He
right
will.
now.
Well,
Well, you don't know that.
Be.
You don't know that.
He might not be, unless it's like the Truman Show, which then he would be inside a building regardless of being inside or outside.
So even if the building is the size of a city, does it count as a building because it's got a roof on it?
Of course, anything with a roof is inside.
But there was trees and like air.
Doesn't matter. There can be trees and air inside. You ever been in a green room before? Actually, it's greenhouse. You've been in a green room.
I have been in
plenty
a
of times.
greenhouse, yeah. So this little cheeky boost did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even had time just to go, oh, there you are. Great shooting. Very well done from the Mongols. So this is going to start with the Mongols taking a big lead, then Complexity clawing it back, and then after that, Mongols fumbling, and then Cole either winning or losing. Very specific.
Do you think in proper English, in modern English, you're actually supposed to pronounce the H in like words? You're like what, or
Well,
where?
we could start.
Where?
What if we just put H's in every word?
Because I was listening to an audiobook on the plane, and that dude was hitting every H.
Okay, maybe we should try.
Yeah. What a shot! From 6, he gets 2 on the 5-7, but Senzu wraps it up, puts a bow on it, job done, forced by 1. Or, well, not 1 by the people that force bought, but they win against the force buy, was what I was trying to say. Third round's going to be a free one.
It should be the economical. Grim is going to treat himself to a 5-7 and even a smoke. So, whoa.
What?
The 60 just bought a Negev,
Oh,
but he sold it back.
that's the one gun we haven't seen.
And we hopefully never will.
Yeah. One can only hope. I do think the buy 5 Negevs, throw 5 decoys, refund the Negev is a strat that's not been utilized enough, like the graffitis.
Your pamphlet is going to be getting
I'm telling you, I'm going to start handing it out.
juicier and juicier.
Underutilized Counter-Strike strategies, the Rat King Guide.
The Rat King Guide.
Not to be confused with Mr. Smooya.
Well, he might have a guide.
Yeah, but I'm the new Rat King.
Oh.
When it comes to Negev decoys and
These are 5.7s.
graffitis
There's
that
one
look
more
like
of these.
People, Chad, it's not happening.
It's another 5.7.
It's not happening.
It was another 5.7.
It was.
Zinnia, come on over. Get yourself a little upgrade, would you? Get yourself a little upgrade, would you? There's an AK down the bottom of banana for you. A little treat. Now, rotated over towards the B-bomb site is Halzerk. 21 points of health, Deagle in hand. Oh. And roasted chook at his doorstep.
Delicious.
And there's an oven pizza, then bed for Halzerk. All right, well. Will be the buy coming out from Complexity.
Halzerk has just raided the chat.
How'd he do that?
I don't know how he's done that.
Someone check him PC. He shouldn't be online.
Shout out to Halzerk, man of many skills.
And mysteries.
Multitasker.
And
yeah.
once upon a time, a mullet.
He did used to rock a mullet. He was doing mullets before they were mulleting, you know? Before they were too cool.
This is unusual. We have AWPs out first gun round for both teams. Normally, you know, you'd see the CTs unable to afford because they will have overspent, but Halzerk's been a good boy.
Yeah. And Nyx has been boosted. Quad side 3-2 division of defensive labor. JT just going to be jiggling for his block smoke. Will be able to hold on to it. Oh my god. A headshot through the wall puts him down low. 32, all he has to work with is that wallbank's not far off of Nyx. It's a very audible dismount from Blitz as they start to run
It's
it
just
up.
a lot of banana space early to harass with, right? Because they were going for the car molly as part of the defense, and Senzu was ahead of it, and then they didn't brave the fight, they didn't flash, didn't swing into it. He's been able to hold on to this for quite a while, and you might just want to park up and go for an execute, because right now this defense on the B side of Grim and JT are feeling an awful lot of pressure. Your A rotators can't come over because Mazinho's still here kicking up a fuss, and hard clear.
Oh my god, he nearly won it. Now they are starting to maneuver back. They haven't started to rotate anyone, though. Oh, block smoke.
You don't have a HE.
Okay, yeah, but that is the last of the CT smokes.
They're just running through.
Here they come. Grim thought he finished it. Trying to turn anti. JT spams through.
Oh,
JT connects and collects. Triple kill for Cole. Job's a good and job done. 9-10 just trying to maneuver back with the AWP and bring that through to the next.
Didn't even get to wield it, did
No,
he?
didn't even pull the trigger.
So hopefully we'll get to hold on to this. 60's already starting to look a bit liberated on A. He's walked all the way down middle, so the hunt is on. With about 12 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be just does he let go of the shift key or not, because unless he starts Wing, I don't think he's going to be able to take this one away. But some AKs have been picked up, 4 of which, so that's pretty damn good for Complexity moving into the next round. And looking at the Mongols cash money situation, well, we've got 4.9 on Senzu. There's enough for Techno. It's going to be all good. They're going to have no dramas in the buy department whatsoever, and that's because of a lack of casualties that they sustained in back-to-back rounds. Mazinho will be kicking himself with that. Feels like he probably should have had that. They were so prepared for the boost. They spammed for it. He's come out negating all other options, looking straight at it, just fluffs his lines.
Bro, JT. It's his turn for a bit of luck. He had very few bullets after that first flashbang exchange. Still gets a double kill through the smoke. Oh, Halzerk. That's a great catch onto 9-10. All that hard work saving your AWP, but it was all for naught. Goes down to a nice opening from the aggressive Norwegian sniper. Starting with a 3-2 division of labor. For Complexity starting heavier on B. Will they try and take the space away from Techno? Yeah, he's so low. HE even puts him lower. 19 points of health, and Senzu staying active, starting to bring the fight to them.
I know at least 2 were in the mouth of Banana there. An AK and an AWP both ring off, and 2 smokes land. So comms, very messy there for Cole. That's all their smokes removed. In a very good position now, the Mongols. They're going to try and knock on the B door again. Halzerk tucks into dark. Grim here to help him.
Oh, he was just holding for the walkout. Quad flash cocked. Nice collateral. Senzu's put low as well. Now he gets active. Grim pushes through, removes another, and 5 versus 2. Halzerk's getting nades thrown in his face, but Grim brings the fight to them. AWP can be recovered from the Molotov spread that removed Halzerk. Grim does grab it just in time.
Okay. Good stuff. They've dealt with the hard part. Now it's going to be right now a Mongols eco, so should be tying things up 3-3. And I think one of the problems when you look at the last map for Complexity is you did such a good job from being 10-2 down to bringing it all the way back into a winnable position in overtime. But you expend a lot of energy. Now you're only playing 1 best of 3 a day, but I'll bring in the jet lag conversation. I think it's reasonable when you're coming to Australia to have that as an excuse. And I wouldn't say an excuse to be like, oh, we lost the game because we were jet lagged. Look away.
Oh.
Look away.
Oh.
Protect women and children.
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, the round's over.
And Blitz is thinking, thank God.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody saw that.
Yeah, it's not like anyone was watching, right? Oh, dear. Rushley.
Are you going to start Organ?
Everything.
You going to start Organ?
No, I don't like it.
You're not going to Org?
No, dude, I just lost 300 ELO trying to play the M4A4. I will be stubborn about it.
What about the Org, though?
Yeah, because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be an org noob, as some people would call him. Not that I'm calling Grim an Orc noob. Obviously, he's very good.
I think, I think the Org's a good gun.
Yeah.
I think it
Why aren't you using it?
That was a funny round.
that was a funny round.
Oh, it was a silly one.
That was a funny one. Harosh.
Don't try and change the subject, Chad.
I haven't had access to a computer
Okay.
for 10 days.
Oh, look at that little lag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She beautiful. Shadow
Oh.
advantage. Bang, even on the tag.
Take notes, Blitz.
Bosh. All right, well, that was an eco. That means this will be the buy. There's Galil's in the mix for Techno and Blitz. 910 could AWP. But the timeout and the conversation had, what will 910's decision look like? I haven't even really felt like, with these 2 gun rounds back-to-back for Mongols, it was both heavy banana. One, I feel like they were forced into it maybe because of that early AWP pick. The other was because of the early space that Senzu took. So let's see if there's a little bit more diversity within the game plan.
Dude, holy fucking clown fiesta, dude.
I like this. Confident from Malzerk.
Yeah, he's sticking around. Techno does take down JT early. Halzerk stays on this line, trying to catch the patience of 910. Zinho naded down. Nick getting active in the apps. Yeah, in a 5v4. This is cheeky.
Malzerk might have this covered off. He does.
Okay. I like the setup. Ooh.
Oh, that's heard. Nick's heard that.
Yeah, he knows one was there. Can I call that T-boiler? What do you call
I
that?
can't believe he's not ready for this.
It was definitely heard, but 910 was unprepared for Nick's forward position. Now Mazinho returns the
my
favor.
God.
That's rough.
A's open.
6C, dead to the boosted Senzu. It's all lining up nicely. Mongols will be able to waltz into an unguarded A site, and they'll be able to make it a 3-4
Well,
scoreline.
that helps when you get the opening kill. That was the difference than the previous 2 gun rounds, right? Is the fact that they get the opening kill to top banana. So they're one man to the good. Feels a little bit more risky. What are you talking about, T-boiler?
What do you call these stairs? The T entrance tabs.
I'd say T-abs.
T-abs. T-abs? Okay.
Coming up the stairs.
Stairs. Yeah, no, I know. It's just like there's boiler, and then there's the other side. I just need a better word to communicate that spot. T-boiler just sounds stupid. And there's no boiler.
There's no boiler anymore
There's
anyway.
no boiler in anywhere. And there's no car in car.
Do you know in Source there used to be a gate
Didn't know that.
that would open? You'd audibly have to run through it to open it.
No.
In 1.6, you used to boost up into a window because there was no other way to get in there unless you went through apps, but then you'd have to crawl through a vent.
Crikey.
Yeah. History lessons.
So there's no logs at logs. There's no car at car.
There is a coffin at coffins.
There is a coffin at coffins.
You could call
Well,
car barrels.
This is the graffiti.
Yeah, but it's a graffiti of a coffin.
Yeah, okay.
It used to be called, we used to call it coils or spools if you're American.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. There was another exotic spray.
Yeah, and it did look kind of like a person, so.
All right, well.
The rules? There are no rules about graffitis, guys.
We did learn from the street artists that the rule around Melbourne is you're allowed to draw over someone else's stuff if your art's better.
Yeah, except, of course, that is all a matter of opinion, which I'm sure leads to some friction. Halzerk, what do you got for us? Gets himself across. He's going to go for a timing peek, and it's flashed by Nyx. Nice opening. 910, that's twice now he's succumbed to an opening from his rival Orpa. Techno tucks on logs. We win this head-to-head with JT again. JT and Grim got to try and strike this balance between aggression and defense. He actually does bring down Techno, extends their advantage. Halzerk, he does spot out Mazinho's apps cross.
I don't know how you get into this round. You don't even have any space. Mazinho, if he can get the room top mid and maybe get a lurk going on, which would mean he'd have to potentially get past long side. 60's playing this on the jiggle defense. So he'd have to hit a banger.
Yeah, spots him out.
Well, he's through. So this will cause some issue in the comms. We have seen Complexity lose a 3v5 before.
On the map, bomb on the map. They've seen it. Blitz. Spotted B side.
But you have to rotate through CT.
Which Mazinho is going to be not allowing.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay.
He's dead now. Blitz! Whoa, Liel looking the wrong way into the 1v5. Technically a 1v4.
Oh, you take the plant. That'll give you something. I don't see him winning this round.
Anubis back ruins, at least an audible reload. They're just going to partner up and make sure they can trade. 16, good for it.
Nice, well done. Okay. As far as the gun rounds are concerned, Complexity have been getting the better of the Mongols. Remember, it's 5 for 5 in the pistol round department in favor of the Mongols so far this series. We still have one more to play. And if they only just get through in, let's say, 2-1 fashion, and you've won all the pistols, that's a very damning stat. So that means that as far as the gun rounds are concerned, Complexity have been much better.
Yeah, you've won 5 out of 5 pistols. And yet still Complexity are in this third map and competitive.
Okay, so 9-10 into the AWP again. You just highlighted the head-to-head between him and Hauser. Let's see if he can better him this time round, because Hauser's showing some real confidence. Oh, okay, maybe a bit too much confidence.
maybe that time.
Maybe he wasn't expecting an AWP to be possible.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that would be logical, because crouch peeking in after being spotted is crazy
That
work.
is insane.
That's crazy work. That's certainly one of the choices you can make. Oh my god, Senzu. You see that smoke as an invitation, and Grim will profit. He pulls him straight back into a 4-on-4.
Util for the finish. We've got smokes, we've got flashes. There's a HE for a break and a molly to work with. So if they can just push JT back off the line, who's still announcing his presence by peppering through with that A1S from top banana. It's the CTs who are in a little bit more of a problem with the Util. Not a whole lot left to block with, if anything. So they're going to have to play for info. Pairing up one another. Grim does have the buddy system right now. So him and Nyx clear top middle. 60 starting to investigate as well. It does free up the rotation, but it's all about the timing. JT playing towards CT means a retake is potential. Oh, that flash for Grim scooped up could come in clutch.
Yeah, it certainly could. It'd have to be pretty quick, though. JT's going to be calling for it soon. There it is, and no one's home. Delayed by Mongols. 30 seconds. Here comes
Replay
the
is here for
exec.
Cole, though.
Oh, yeah, Nyx has got one more flash. JT not going to go and profit on it. Just starts to spam. Grim pushes through. Successful for the first. Can't build off another. Bomb gets across. Blitz needs to plant. Techno and 9-10 surge into the site.
Fast banana flank from 60.
Nyx! Oh, Nyx pushes through the coffin smoke and a team kill from 9-10. This is hectic. This is chaotic. And JT even tags up 9-10 down to 25. Dangerous game. JT's playing a dangerous game. And 9-10 will be Mongol's 5th round. But my goodness, it was 5 kills between Blitz and 9-10 getting the job done.
Had some hard stuffers, haven't they? Yeah. That one right there with the TK coming, you think, oh my god, okay. Mongols looking like they're about to unravel on our screens. But, okay, they do just get across the line. They're actually going to buy back in with Mac 10, so might be quite pacey right now. You've just won a laboured round. You know the CT buy is not going to be great. There's that push. Oh, just as the fate of the smoke as well. Gets off the... Wow.
Nyx really could have and should have got 2 there when he got the first so clean.
That's massive from Blitz.
Yeah, he's done well, hasn't he?
Could be an apps pop.
Oh, and it's in the app setup. They've got to make sure they stagger it so they don't just line up.
Do the Mac 10s go wide? That's the question. Do you jump across?
Probably. Oh, no, it's just a standard peak. And it's still only 1, so that's
still 2 more at 8.
Yeah.
Grim's long, 60 moto.
Okay. 60. Dead. Mazinho clean with it. Nice with it on that quick frag.
This opens the floodgates to the half now. So 6 confirmed, and with the loss bonus is only going to be 1900 into the next, the Mongols can put up a bag of T-side rounds. They can have another extremely strong first half of play. I think it was 8-4 on Anubis. It was 10-2 on Ancient. And now, well, another 8-4 is looking like it's a possibility. I know it's still going to take a while before we get there, but still, the money's going to be in a miserable position for Cole in the final 2 rounds of this half. Oh, okay. He was able to get an AK. That would have been nice.
And, well, buts and ifs were candy and nuts, Chad. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
All right, well, that sucks. They lost everything. They lost absolutely everything.
Yeah. So what can you treat yourself to?
Eco this.
Grim's going to save for the Hauser AWP.
He could do. That is possible. Or he might 5-7. He's 5-7.
Didn't work out well for them, did it? Double app setup into an app crunch.
JT trying to set Grim up. Need those flashes.
Kablamo. Oh my god, yeah, burnt down. Hate cheese, everything. The kitchen sink brings down Grim.
They just put him under so much pressure quickly. You can tell that they weren't ready for that type of a tempo. So clearing out top banana. And what should be the round now. Senzu's taking absolutely no resistance top B. Nobody's peeking, no one's jiggling, there's no smoke to block. But the worst case right now is you round this corner and there's a stack.
Yeah.
Right? That's the worst case scenario. But they're being diligent with their util, clearing out as many corners and cubbies as possible. You can see that the remnants with the scorched earth of just how diligent they have been. And Mazinho, he'll get to farm with the Mac 10, so in towards the boiler. 60 goes down, and where will the next offering come from? Looking apartments. Bang, he's gone too. Mazinho's ready for all of this. He might get it, the final two.
Yeah. Had the
Come on,
stat.
boys.
He's earned it.
Whoa. He's in. He's out. He's shaking it all about. And there you have it. 7 rounds for the Mongols. Final round coming up. Yeah, we know.
No hope for Halzak then. Let's get this final round underway. 5-7 would be a little bit of a recovery for complexity.
Well, it was looking good, wasn't it?
It was. It was flying.
It's that round that they lost to Blitz in 9-10.
That was it.
That's essentially the turning point in this half.
All right, an opportunity to avoid a rather condemning 8-round haul from your opponent. Complexity need this one. They're starting heavy B. They want to fight for banana. Mazinho to bring in that Mac 10. Look at the nade damage. Senzu and Techno's ears are ringing. It's 3 kills in the feed early. 60 and Grim shut down the aggressions. 9-10 Zorp trying to claw back into this one, and 60's kind of given that one for free. JT under scrutiny, has to play forward because of the flames. 9-10's holding you, don't you dare peek in. He spotted his shoulder, Halzak can peek through. Good work, they make it work. 5 for complexity. Can they win a pistol in this best of 3? Will it happen? Find out after the break. Warm welcome back. Third map, final half. It is the opening game for Complexity and Mongols. Two teams that have, well, they've certainly been clashing in it of Grim, a clown fiesta. But it's been fun, for sure, as most circuses are.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know who the ringleader is.
No, neither do I.
Boys, just keep it up.
I mean, we lost a pistol again, bro.
Yeah, let's win this pistol, then it's easy peasy, boys.
That's a good point, too.
It is true.
5 out of 5 for Mongols so far. Will they leave this series with all 6 pistol rounds under their belt, or can Cole buck the trend in a must-win Inferno? Let's find out. Heavy util.
Heading towards A. Right now we have Mazinho over towards apartments.
Oh, I've seen this Cole pistol before. JT does like a moto smoke from mid. Nope, never mind. He's moving.
We still could.
Yeah,
Still
moto
could do a
smoke,
moto
and then he
smoke.
flashes mid, and then they burst out abs.
It's all still possible.
I've seen it all before.
Oh, it's a short smoke.
Run away. Mazinho dips pit. Interesting, a different flavor then.
Well,
JT,
it makes it feel like it's a wrap.
yeah, and
but
then
they're
you
going to come
focus
out
long,
apps.
and then they come out apps, and Mazinho's got to deal with too many bodies. Nice handling of business so far. He tucks, gets cleared. Nix will equalize, but 2 on the site still. Blitz brought down by Halzuk. They're hunting another. They find it as well. Site is theirs. Retake on for Senzu and Techno.
Bomb needs to get planted. We'll go down.
Oh, long range Goosh already and converted. Grim removes Techno from the pack, and now just a 1 versus 3 handed to Senzu.
Feels like they've done it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Finally. They've won their first pistol of the series.
This would have to be sublime from Senzu. Every shot would have to be a one-tap.
Yeah, but he'd have to be getting the kills now. 10-second defuse ahead of him. Time is ticking and against him. And he hasn't really hurried up. It's already half gone. Senzu taking his sweet old time about this one, and Halzuk quick to the trade.
God. All right, that's a sign.
We did it.
Nice, we won a pistol. Well, 5 out of 6 pistols, that's still a really good stat line for the
Certainly.
Mongols. So let's see if they opt for the force buy. We've seen Complexity throughout constantly trying to force buy in and vie for these situations. Inferno, always a good map to do so, and the Mongols will oblige. Started well, Mazinho gets the opener. Blitz even grabs one back, but just swarmed upon 9-10, not able to get anything for his troubles, and then Grim at range takes down Techno. We're seeing 3 MP9s, a 5-7.
That's a sign. I know, Nick, I went to jump out.
And we've also got a Deagle with some util on Blitz. Starting 3 towards B, 2 towards A. Senzu and Mazinho are going to get a fight in halls.
Oh, this is where the MP9 does its best work as well. Oh no, you've lost it all. 6, he saves them. An important combination kill to accelerate into A. Now, sure, the Mongols have an extra player. Blitz has already arrived just ahead of the util, an opportunity for the 1D. Halzuk, AK, he's going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting here as 6 gets the bomb planted for him. Blitz, obfuscation, nice shot from 6. Yeah, Blitz ahead of the play, actually gets off the bomb. And now we've got 2 SMGs trying to claw their way through apps. 6 gets the bomb down, spotted out. Halzuk commits to a spray, and another one. He can't finish the job. 9-10, an impossible one here. 6's got a rifle. Little burst to the head. 6's getting nervous. Little burst and now piecing out. He's not interested in that kind of fight, despite it favoring him heavily. 9-10, 16 HP.
6's doing a bit of talking there as well, and he's run around the world. So once this bomb goes down, the clutch begins. 9-10's quick to this.
I still don't see how on earth he's supposed to win this. 6 just needs to... Oh, actually, I was going to say if he holds for this. But instead, 9-10's going to be able to walk up on him. Oh, he elects to molly. Ruins. Smoke on the bomb. 6 is going to get nervous. Spots him out. And converts. That was... what a psycho, he says.
Blitz is wild, though, for pushing through the smoke in that fashion.
On his own.
Hey, I don't... He got a kill top banana through a smoke that was maybe just pluming, so he's able to get a kill at the same time as this apps fight goes down. Then I feel like he's trying to do too much. Like, I don't... He's not playing with his team, right? They're not playing the number advantage. He's trying to stay on top of the chaos, knowing that if one player's planting, then... Yeah, I don't know. I don't love that. All tied up, though, 7 apiece. It's going to be a scout for Senzu. So a couple of tags would go a long way.
Yeah, soften him up for those 2 Desert Eagles. Let's him Mazinho have equipped. That's enough for that. Mazinho backs away. Confirms Amp's presence. Senzu's scout, we discussed. Body shots would be huge, but
dead.
Mazinho's dead.
So dead.
Eagles go
Wait.
How is this happening? How are there 3 kills in favor of the Mongols? Techno's even got one with a USP, gets out onto Nyx. 60's got the bomb, nearly lost that. Okay, can we recover a 2v4? Complexity under scrutiny, every angle, apps long, it's all happening at the same time. Senzu even tags him through the wall on Pit. That scout connects, pushing forward is Techno, covered by the smoke. 60's now got the MAC-10, needs to get multiple kills and has done so, overlooking Blitz. It's down to a 1v1. How has it got this close? Bloody hell. Good grief.
Oh my dude, we are something else.
They're making it entertaining. They'll definitely make it entertaining. I can't believe
That was
it.
hilarious.
Oh my god.
Like a real belly chuckle into Mike, we are something else. Oh, that's too good.
Bloody hell. How did this happen?
Oh my god.
Wow. Techno hit some double dink long range USP magic.
Nice! Fucking go. Oh my dude.
Oh, just a couple of American dudes.
Just dudes
playing
being
some
bros,
Counter-Strike.
having some fun.
Not
Losing out in an
anymore.
opening duel. That's a shame for them. Senzu gets a nice one onto JT and wants to go swinging. Halzug 24 HP after the nades have seen to him, and Nick's caught by 9-10 Zorb trying to get aggressive in the apartments.
Well, they're here early.
2 versus 5, and 9-10 should be good for this one, but loses his head to 60 all the same. Azinho's position is noted, and just staying active, peeking him out, dinking him down. 6C does win it out. Nope. Whoa! It always takes an extra second than you think, doesn't it?
Okay. Well, back and forth we go again, all tied up. So this is one where it doesn't feel like either team is going to need a crazy comeback to secure the game. It looks like we're going to be going tit for tat all the way to the final hurdle.
It's my favorite.
There is going to be... which part?
Tit for tat.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, which part of the...
Oh, more tit than tat.
Yeah, no, I figured.
Yeah.
It's going to be the force for Cole. We've seen Grim with a hero AK before.
Is he through it? Referee, he threw it.
Smoke flash. That's all they have to work with on the T side. Techno mantles up. Gets himself half wall elevation. 9-10 AWP on long. Mazinho Pit. Blitz the rotating rifler. And just going through the paces right now. So Mongols would have to really slip up to give this one away. Forcing out the util.
Oof. Don't fancy your chances, do you?
It just has to be an explosion where you win out the trade.
How do you explode with 4 Deagles?
Banana.
With Deagles?
Yeah, it's fine. Your first player has to make space.
Like that. Like
okay.
that.
That's good.
That's cracked.
That's great.
Oh, and that's not good. Senzu can't control the spray. He's got 20 HP. He's just going to get run at. And now B site is theirs. Can they smoke CT? I think they had one. Yep, there it is. That single smoke utilized. 9-10 does catch Halzuk pre-plume. Unplanted. 9-10 posted on ruins. Grim gets to new box, but being held by the AWP and so stays restrained.
Look at the radar.
Flank cooking. Oh, you're right. Nyx is on his way.
Round winning play from Nyx.
It is if he can play Joker correctly. Just has to one bang him. Oh, Blitz actually considered it. Back turn, just have to hit the shot. Oh, it's covered by Grim. Wow, Grim! Him and these hero AKs. That's the second time he has struck. They put their trust into him. It's Grim with 4 on the AK.
That shot, that first shot he hit, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Like the pre-aim on the half wall. He was pre-aiming half wall,
Dude, he's
wasn't
cracked. He's just cracked.
he just obliterates Techno.
There
Then
it is.
Senzu overcooks the pooch.
Pre-aim? No, adjustment. Adjustment.
Wow.
Really smooth.
Lightning fast on that. Blitz
Yeah.
the wrong way because the Nyx flank. Mazinho thought he was covered.
Oh.
Guess not. Grim mauls him.
Grim gets the job done. Well, you're definitely not pushing Banana with that amount of utility thrown up. Oh, Zinho gets spotted out. 60 gets that info. Apps occupied. It's unarmored for the majority, and for the most part, Mazinho caught out by Halzuk, just looking for answers mid, and it's a bullet between the eyes instead.
So unless something goes crazy wrong, like
Yeah.
all of their computers disconnect or they all decide to get up and go to the bathroom for some reason, this should be 10. Guns will come back out for Mongols into the next 2900 lost. They'll have everything, AWP, rifles, full util. They had banana control against the Eco, or against the Force, and they dropped the ball. So I don't know. Maybe they start the AWP, but that's the thing. You're not even in a flow of rounds just yet. You only have one CT round to your name so far.
Oh, that's a shame from JT. It's an M4 for the CTs to pick up.
Just trying to think of what comes next for the CT defense. Because you lost pistol, then you lost Force, then you lost Eco, then you won first rifle. Now you're on Eco because you didn't save anything. You're going to rifle again. So the game feels not out of reach, but you only have a handful of opportunities left with these rifle rounds. So do you want to do something more risky? You had a chance to really put yourself into a strong position.
Looks like eventually 910's just going to back into him, but he brings the fight to him down the stairs. Nice work. Rifle removed. Techno might be able to get his grubby mitts on it, but how's that good diligence there? Spots him out.
And Senzu just holds on to the USP, so that's rubbish. Right, well, I'd say first half was par for the course at the moment with Inferno, right? 7-5 either way.
No saving in my house.
He's a funny lad, isn't he?
Yeah, you can see, that's what I'm saying about vibes, bro. Vibes. Complexity have fixed their vibe issue.
Or it fixed itself for them.
I'd like to give them credit.
Okay.
Complexity have fixed their vibe issue.
Outwit, outlast, outplay. I think that's the Survivor slogan.
I still haven't seen a single episode of Survivor, but it's got a big following.
You're joking.
No, I'm not even joking.
You are taking the piss.
I know it's like it's
You
popular.
are...
People like it.
You are joking. Whoa.
You have to find like scrolls on an island.
Big name.
Senzu half health. Oh wow, Techno braving it. He actually loses 50 of his health just to pursue the Molotov. Doesn't swing off of it, but Banana is conceded. Complexity will let them have that for now. Deep Banana smoke facilitates.
This might be quick onto A. There's 3 in apps already with 1:20 on the clock. This is a direct call. Mazinho's going to get flooded.
Yeah, Halzak's popping a flash for Mazinho. Flash the pit player, and then, oh, Senzu gets down to 60. Now there's a molly coming as well. Oh, Mazinho, you're in so much trouble. Good work from Blitz, though. Finds 2 Americans walking out abs. And Mazinho's still alive. Another from Blitz. The multi-kill mayhem continues. Mazinho puts the cherry on top. The job is done. 3 kills out of Blitz. Mazinho finishes off the job. And you can see the idea, great. The execution, not so much. No smoke moto, and he just has a field day. Everyone's looking at Mazinho.
Yeah, if you go back to Anubis, you know when they did like the lurk smoke B play and they just like ran straight through it?
Yeah.
I think they were going for something, you know, a little bit more gimmicky with this, right? They're trying to catch a timing, and they did. They got Senzu for free, but not ready for another player over towards that moto side.
Boom, he threw that completely blind.
Important round for Blitz, and didn't have to do anything too crazy with their hold. It was very vanilla.
Now look at 6C. Shadow of his former self at 12 HP. Grim, JT, all worse for wear after the initial utility barrage on Banana. Blitz will rotate through. Extra utility for the belt loops of Techno. It does look like they're just going to be trying to flash and go. God flash from Senzu. Techno's incendiary will delay them. They might just push straight through this. Yeah, Grim's just accelerating straight into the smoke. Smoke on coffins. Grim pushing smoke, so they go past each other like ships in the night. Techno into pool. 60 down to the SMG. Grim, just the one on the rotating AWPer. Nick's going to be segregated here. Oh, Techno dangerous. Holding that smoke push. Knows Nix is coming from that side. Grim as well, trying to pincer in from that fading smoke on coffins. Oh, he's made the step. Techno in the pool, exposed, back turn, Techno distracted. Nice work from Nix! Hang on, in combination with Grim, they're doing it. Can he get the bomb down uncontested? I don't know, that smoke is going to fade. You can't afford to plant. Mazinho goes hunting and finds Grim. Now up to Nix in the clutch. 4 bullets left, and he's made it a 1v1. Fakes it out. Blitz in the clutch, healthier than the two of them. Headshot available. Can't find it. Blitz makes it a dead even game at 10-10. Nearly the team ace as well. It's just Senzu with the double kill, but nice attempt from Grim.
There's a big decision that needs to be made from Complexity, and probably one that is worth a timeout just to have the conversation, because that came down to a 1v1. Where your money's at, it's not great. It's not a brilliant position. You get 2,400 as the loss bonus into the next, but only one of them survived, right? It was Blitz in this clutch right here. We're going to catch it again in the replay. Senzu does well on this double, but really need to draw a lot of attention to the financial decision that Complexity are about to make. You could just go for the eco, right? Take a partial buy. You know with the 2,400 you can buy into the next, but you know only one survived. If you force, which they have done, and you win this round, loss bonus is only going to be 1,900 for Mongols going into the next. That means that late within this piece, map number 3, deep in a series that has gone back and forth throughout, you can take control of the economy and run this one home.
It has to be a good call, though. You better hope every single player in that Complexity jersey is singing from the same hymn sheet in this round.
This is the moment of where you have a set piece, right, designed like a little gimmicky strat, something that is going to be out of, just rip it out of the strat book, and you're going to run with this. Doesn't have to be straight out of spawn, but you will have to know what the finish is meant to be, what the goal is going to be. You're not defaulting and playing off of info. You're looking for a set finish.
Molly top mid.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, that it is a set piece. You run up on the mid molly. Flash gets you, you extinguish, you get spotted by the 9-10 AWP. That's cheeky. He's sticking around for more! Combat AWP from 9-10! Oh, he decimates them! The no-scope third is just extra salt in the wound, and he's not done yet. Racks up a fourth, and JT left wondering where his team have gone. This force buy completely collapses under the hand of 9-10 sniper rifle.
Crazy call. Just 5 straight at the guts of middle there, expecting a 3-player B start, wanting to hammer down on this A defense, and 9-10 just lights him up.
I can't get over the fact he goes for more. You'd think, oh, I've just gotten an absolutely perfect cheeky one. I can back away into the site and play the round out. No, he said, okay, I'll just take them all. Super confident AWPing from 9-10 and impressive sequence.
But this is where the threat of going for a buy like that now really just plays against Complexity. You could have taken the lighter investment. You could have the rifles out into the next. You would have given over 11, and you still have a chance to fight back for that yourself. Now you lose 11 with the force. You still get the 2,400, but you're not going to force again. You're only going to go light pistol upgrades. So you essentially have just, by losing this round, have given Mongols 12, and then you have to play for overtime.
Oof. I mean, the reason you're seeing JT as well, doing everything he can is... God, you'd have loved to see a little bit, couple of extra kills, bit of extra cash, a bomb plant. He can't get any of that. And so now they're, as you said, kind of condemned to a guaranteed 12 for your opponent. This is a great start. And I think, I'd have understood if he pieced out. But he goes forward. He wants more. Hits one through the smoke onto Nyx. That's a little bit of luck. That's a crazy no-scope. And a fourth as well. The little shadow jiggling out. He's ready for Halzerk. Brutal. He did. I mean, he did miss a shot and kill Nyx accidentally.
Yes, he did.
That is true. That did happen.
But you weren't running all through middle, so you don't need it again.
Double nades, 9-10. You can't get another one of these, can you? Tech9's overrun him. He does miss a shot. He's human after all. And Grim.
Mazinho's in a lot of trouble. He's on his own.
Yeah, he's picked up the bomb, picked up the AWP. Pressure applied. Got to clear out Mazinho. Tucked on the box. No one's looking. No one's looking. Grim completely overlooks the position. Halzerk needs this trade. Needs it now. Gets it done. From behind, Techno strikes. Halzerk recovers his signature weapon. 9-10 AWP. Put to good use. Can he get the second? He misses the shot. Whistles past the shoulder of Techno.
Could reset.
He certainly could. Throws out the incendiary. Buys time for the plant. This would be a crazy round to win. This would save Complexity's bacon after the failed force in the previous. Techno in the open spot. Halzerk, you're dead! He hits the dink on the way down. Techno saves the Mongols. Oh, it was so perfect. Halzerk gets the AWP, the 1v2. He gets the bomb down, but Techno fakes him out and catches him in transition.
Oh, and you can see Halzerk understandably frustrated.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's a leg-punching moment.
Yeah.
I'd give him the green light on that one.
Signature weapon, signature move. It's just, he had some impactful moments throughout this series. Go back to Anubis. Remember that collateral he had on that B retake defense. It's just dueling with him. This is what the Mongols love to do. They want to take the fights.
Fucking inbred cunt, man.
He's been hanging around some of the other boys a bit, I think.
Bloody
Australia's rubbing off on him already.
Holy moly! Halzak should just start using a Peaky Blinders profile pic.
All right, well. It's soured, Alex. This is the 13 for the Mongols, and JT is dead.
He is.
Like a doorknob.
Watch. Yeah, those dead doorknobs. You got to watch out for them.
He's jumping into this.
Wow, off the flash. Dink.
wow.
Sexy hits it. If they can kill Blitz, it's all open. The floodgates will open. They're advancing from short. 60 can't go down to the flames. He's actually forced forward by it, and he wins out the duel. Now the 9-10 orb. Hectic combat orbing bolts for another, but Halzak creeps in, makes it a 2v2. This battle for survival, a hard, long series between the two of them. They're double pushing. He misses his shot, and they're out of there. Complexity 4. Mongols throw the knockout blow to the lower bracket. Complexity, after all of that, can't make it work. Inferno goes the way of the Mongolians.
Long series. Anubis 13 to 11. Complexity's pick. Ancient, it was looking like it was going to go one way fast, but that one went 16-13